It should be good to go.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm waiting for it to.
You want to take a break or something?
Probably not. No. Do that rip all the way through. Bust a load. Just go. Just
go right through.
Or, wait, what?
Oh my!
He got it. Google it.
Okay, hey, someone needs to be quiet for a moment. Quiet. Because we're.
Where are the scarves?
That's too late. It's too late.
Okay.
Because when I told him about it and he didn't move.
Well, you're gonna edit all this out for post, right? So yeah.
So anyway, all right. We ready to go? Porsche, do we have sound?
Yeah,
Are we
you
good?
have sound. You have
Do
sound.
we sound good? Nice and clean? All right. All right. Get a little coffee, Grace. All right. All right. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Houston Wrestling Radio.
Shit, you got it right this time.
I know, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Wait. What episode is this?
194, bitches.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say this is number 194, but you beat me to it like a jerk. So anyway,
this is Travis.
Yeah, this is Travis. And
this is Chris.
This is Chris.
Yeah.
And Abel.
Again, it's just
Abel. Yeah, Abel. He's not here. He's Abel's taking a little vacation right now.
Well-deserved vacation.
Enjoying some rest and relaxation.
Unpaid vacation.
I don't think you ever watched last week's episode.
Shit, neither did we.
That is true. Yeah. No, I didn't watch it.
But the most people so far have seen our ugly mug, so thank you. And
if you tuned in last week, we appreciate it. And if you're back again,
I dressed up for you guys because I noticed there were more of y'all watching.
Yeah, he normally doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot he does because he's lazy and he just comes straight from work.
No, actually, your wife's cooking. It's rude of me to not come dressed whenever Nancy Brett makes her food because it's always delicious. And I'm always full when I leave here. Full happiness.
Yeah. So
you live with her every day, so man, you're living the good life.
You think it'd be fatter than this?
You know, now that you mention it, how do you work off all that fat?
That's a story for another day, my friend.
Does that explain all the pussy that runs around here?
Oh my. Hey. Speaking of,
your silence is very reassuring.
We're not just you and me, my friend. No, this week.
It was gonna get worse.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, you said it. Because you invited him, by the way.
Well, it was my idea. Yeah. So, but still, send your complaints to Abel Morales at HoustonWrestlingRadio.com.
That's not an email address, but yeah, do that anyways. All right. So, do you want to introduce our special guest this week?
Scott from Scott. Yeah.
Look at that mug. Look at that. Yeah.
We lose a horseman, we replace him with another horseman. Right here.
That's why there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
I can see our viewership just sinking like a rock right now.
You see this face? See it? Scott. We're trying to retain viewers.
-1.
Wow. We have ghosts watching now.
So for YouTube listeners, if you're on the live chat, Porsche's back there. Say hi, Porsche.
Hi.
If you want to get something out there, let her know. She'll flag us down or let us know that we have someone asking questions.
We will try our best to stop.
Yeah. See, last week we were just on a roll. It was like
like butter.
Yeah. Like butter. That's why we bring Scott.
That's why I brought it. Yeah.
Just for that reason, right?
This
there.
is gonna be so much fun.
Stop it. All right. So we have another big week in the world of wrestling. Can we get right into it?
No.
No.
And
why not?
Because we've been putting this shit off for weeks. We're not starting with this week's news. We're starting off with weeks ago. Finally,
at least 2 weeks.
We have the 3 of us here. Well, 3 people.
There's 3 bodies.
There's a collective of 3.
Yes.
We're gonna go over Ultima Lucha.
Dos. Part 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Because we covered the first one.
Yeah.
With the bar fight and the
Son of Havoc.
Yeah.
That episode.
Because that happened a long time ago. I forgot.
We've all
already forgot.
We've all slept since then. Yes.
Last part I remember a lot.
So Chris,
we're starting off with part 2.
And what was the first match on that?
7-person Gift of the Gods ladder match to determine the new Gift of the Gods champion. Sexy Star, Marty the Moth, Mariposa, Killshot, Nightclaw, Daga,
You should add a nightclub at the end.
Yeah, that's
Daga and
True.
Sinestro de la Muerte. It's the alcohol.
another sign that Abel's not here.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sexy Star with the first title. A woman's title, the first woman champion ever in Lucha Underground.
I like it. I like it.
Singles champion, by the way. Sorry. Yeah.
I think she was a dark horse for me. Like when we're weeks ago when we were doing predictions on this thing.
There were only like 2 people that could have cut it.
Yeah,
I think it
and
was
Sexy Star was one of them. I was like,
Yeah.
she's got a big chance of winning this thing. And the way they pulled it off was really cool. I thought. She overcame the odds there because it was her. It was
her, Marty.
Marty, and Mariposa.
yeah, and which is cool because that's all the storyline that started at the end of season 1 when he kidnapped her or whatever, and then yeah, so it was a good full circle storyline for Sexy Star. I approve. 2 thumbs up.
Did you have her winning?
I don't know. I honestly had no idea who was gonna win. I kind of thought maybe Black Claw was gonna win, but just because he was new.
Nightclaw.
Nightclaw. Man, but
Black
his match was
Panther,
cool. Yeah, Black Panther, whatever.
Yeah.
He was cool, but I kind of felt like he was gonna win it. Just
I didn't
show up and win.
I didn't understand it because like he was brought in as this big mystery thing, and he got eliminated like halfway in the
Yeah.
match.
Like nothing.
Yeah, it's like what was the point? What was the whole point of that?
Like the first was like Sinestro, right? He was the first one to go.
Sure, I can't remember.
It seems like
We'll go with
he,
that.
he always seemed like the first one to go.
Yeah. But the nightclub thing, like I besides being eliminated halfway through, I thought someone was gonna mask him and it was gonna be someone that we already knew.
Like Cueto.
Sure.
How did y'all watch Ultima Lucha? How did you watch it? Like on your computer? Like,
I bought it on iTunes, so I downloaded the last 2 episodes.
I'll
Actually, I
go
downloaded
with
it.
does it come with like?
And I let him borrow it.
that. Yeah.
He has iTunes, so I signed in and I downloaded the episode for him. And he sharing is caring
Mhm.
here at Houston Wrestling Radio.
We care.
Just because sometimes they have those little things in between the commercials, but I don't know if they have them on the YouTube.
This is a full episode, yeah.
They do.
Like all the little backstage stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
show all that.
It's part of the show, man.
Sometimes I just skip over it because I don't even notice it because it's in the commercials because I watch it on TV.
So you didn't watch any of the famous B commercials
Yeah.
because you thought it was a commercial.
Yeah. Was there any over Lucha, Ultima Lucha?
Yeah, dude.
Didn't see any of
No, that wasn't.
them. Anyway,
Mil Muertes against King Coronel. Match ended. What was your first impression?
I'm gonna hate to say this.
Oh shit. Bitch fest starts now.
Not really, because I can't remember what happened. This was like 3 weeks ago, man. Come on, give me some slack here. Who won this thing? Who won it?
Mil Muertes.
You beat him down, right?
Yeah.
Nasty.
they
Yeah.
fought in the stand with the band.
That's right.
I love
That's
that
right.
scene. I love
That was my one nitpick about that was the fact that it was a death match.
But nobody.
And then Mil got the mic like he was gonna start singing.
That was funny. That was funny. I was like, okay, where are they going with this? Because I did not see that coming.
Oh,
What would you?
man.
I mean, what do you think of it? You can't.
It was
remember
better
either.
than I thought it was gonna be because you see the guys together, King Cuerno and then this huge ass Mil Muertes. Like, okay, this is gonna be a squash match basically. Especially after the way the first match finished.
Well, you thought it was gonna be a squash match.
I thought Mil was gonna destroy the guy, like flat out.
Interesting.
Cuerno held his own.
Yeah, I figured he would.
Not as much as I thought he did. Not as much as I thought he did. Like, what about you?
I liked it. I thought it was cool. I don't think.
I mean, it's your standard hardcore match.
Yeah, pretty much. Just 2 hard-hitting guys. Hard hitting. The band scene was
Dude,
my
whenever-
favorite scene, though. That was the coolest part.
It's not even his finisher, but just one move that Mil Muertes does is that straight like right punch to the face.
Oh, dude.
Every single
He
time. dude.
knocked Cuerno down a couple of times with those just straight rights. It was awesome.
Him doing that, and his opponent's selling like $1 million, and it's great every single time he does it.
So the first episode of Ultima Lucha, we got the whole tournament thingy for the unique opportunity. And then we got the 7-person match, and then we got Cuerno Mil. As it's progressing, is it going higher or is it going lower?
For right now, we're you can see like the first episode or first part of it was kind of like the pre-show. If you
Yeah, it was just another episode.
Yeah, it was just kind of a build up to it.
Yeah.
And then this part 2 was just 2 matches, so which was fine because they gave it time to tell a story in the ring.
Wasn't the second one with the backstage with Joey Ryan putting the wire on?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's the whole story. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we kind of blew over that. That was the culmination of that storyline, sort of. I think there's one more bit in the third.
There's
part.
one more
There's
bit in
one,
the third
yeah, the
part.
third part is where it ends.
We'll get there. Yeah.
Well, the second part, he got the wire. He
Right.
goes into Dario's office, all nervous. He's like,
Mhm.
he has no poker face whatsoever.
No.
And Abel's go-to line, "Lucha Underground, they killed a guy." And sure
I think that was
enough,
all her line.
and then at the
We've
end of
all
the,
said that.
at the end of the second episode, dude's dead. Beat the hell out of him with that bull. And then we go into episode 3.
What did he say? Do they have me for murder? No, I don't think so. They do now. Fuck Dario.
Funny as shit.
All right, so I believe that closed the show
Yeah.
altogether. That storyline
Mhm.
with him killing another dude.
Again, yeah.
Yeah.
So now we go into episode 3.
This is a 2-hour finale. This is ain't no joke. It's 2 hours, man.
Oh, I know.
So was there a storyline? It was like a
Intro
yeah.
was,
They did like a whole recap of the
They
season.
did a recap, which was on point.
It was great. Yeah, they did a really good job of telling you what you need to know about the certain storylines. And then we get right into
It was Pentagon.
that
and
storyline.
Vampiro.
I know you're probably the biggest Pentagon Vampiro fan. So what do you think
Woo!
of that build up in the storytelling of what they did to Rebecca?
Dude, Lucha's build videos and hype videos and origin videos, there has not been a flaw yet in them. Them in itself. Like if you miss an episode and you just need a refresher, Lucha Underground knows how to fill you in on everything you need to know.
Right.
And that opening trailer, I think the part that bugged me the most, I did time it. There was 7 minutes from the beginning of the logo where the Lucha Underground show started to where we actually had somebody in the ring. And I guess because I'm not used to it, because that's not how all their other episodes go, it was starting to drag a bit. Like I wanted to see a match. I was like, all right, cool. Like I understand that they're showing this, but this is episode 3 of Ultima Lucha.
Right.
If you're recapping everything from the whole season, you should have done that from the first episode of Ultima Lucha and just kept the whole thing going. We don't get a recap of all the major storylines in like the beginning of the 3rd hour of a pay-per-view for WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we'll get there.
Yeah. So like Ultima Lucha 3, I was like, all right, 2-hour finale, I'm ready to go. Hurry the fuck up. 3 minutes go by. All right, man, what the hell? 5 minutes go by. Shit. By the 7th minute, I was like, it's about fucking time. And it, as good as the build was, I guess because we're avid fans, I honestly didn't need it.
Yeah, true.
So after a while, I was like, So after a while, I was like, all right, man.
They could have skipped the recap part and gone straight to the Vampiro Pentagon stuff.
Especially like in its heyday, TNA pay-per-views were really good at giving you like a 30-second or 45-second video of why this match is happening before they get to the match for every single match on the card.
Right.
And it would have been easier to take in than 7 minutes of the opening show of just going through everything instead of just giving us like 30 seconds, 45 seconds here and there in between all the matches, so that we could have just gotten straight to the action.
Yeah, but at the same time, they had 2 hours of time instead of an hour.
Oh yeah.
Did you like all the Pentagon like masks and stuff like that? Do you like that?
Oh, and we went to the
When he's
cave, I
fighting,
guess.
yeah. It reminded me of like whenever they sent Skywalker into the cave with Yoda.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has to fight himself.
Yeah,
It was very Star Wars themed. Some of the masks, I was
we'll
like,
explain to you sometime.
No, I get it. Episode 9, Luke goes heel. Yeah, I get
We'll go with that.
Vader taps.
No, it was a swerve. The double turn.
Vader's really Leia. Trios match for the Lucha Underground titles. We got Aerostar, Drago, and Phoenix against Jack Evans, Johnny Mundo, PJ Black. What do you think of the match?
Flippy dippy, non-stop going. It was cool. I liked it. I didn't realize Aerostar literally just had a can that he sprays. For some reason, I thought he had like a device.
I saw that for the first time at Austin Warfare.
Yeah,
But he just had a can.
Yeah.
Like,
No. Yeah, they
and a lighter.
ain't no bullshit about it. They're like, fuck it, here's
That's like straight up Mexican like tools.
But shouldn't that be for Phoenix? Like, shouldn't Phoenix have the fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Especially when that vignette at the end of season 1 where he's like, apparently the dragon's flying out of the building and there's like fire coming through the door. Yeah, it should have been.
No, because here we had Aerostar as a spaceship or whatever the hell he is, an alien, I don't know, but he's got fire. Phoenix come out, Phoenix is fire, right?
Water.
And he spits out water. He spits out water, and
Bulbasaur.
Drago just he had a mask.
And it's on the black tongue.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
his signature.
But
It's cool. I liked it.
what do you think? What's the name? Worldwide Underground? Worldwide for Morrison? Not Morrison.
Worldwide something foundation.
Underworld, right? Underground.
No, because Underground.
Underworld.
Dude, my favorite part had to be when they actually stopped and air guitared, and they added like
Yeah.
air guitar
the
music.
sound.
This,
And then the three, all of them hit Phoenix with the titles.
Yeah.
they should have done a little gong sound when they did it. If they're gonna do the sound effects with the guitar, why not go all the way, right? To the nines on that.
And then like chirpy bird sounds for Phoenix. All Looney Tunes.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Spinning.
Like Street Fighter,
Like
just standing there.
Finish him.
Flying around.
This match was a mess.
Really?
Dude, I didn't like it.
Defend yourself.
It was all over the place. The whole thing
Really
with the referee halfway through the match decides he wants to be a referee and
Yeah.
stops him from doing like jumping off the ropes.
But Stryker does follow that up with like,
You know what? I was gonna give him credit, but I was thinking, no. You can't start that your last show of your second season to all of a sudden have a
but then
referee.
Vampiro turns around right after that whenever they turn and they do some heelish thing and the ref lets it go by. Then Vampiro's like, hey, like, why aren't you doing that? And he's just like,
yeah,
no
because
comment.
because Stryker, he was like defending them for trying to break the rules or something.
Yeah.
And Vampiro's like, what? You're not upset about this? Or
You're mad that they were about to jump and he stopped them, but
Yeah.
And then there was some different things about who was the legal man and things like that. The match itself was a mess, but there was some really cool spots in it. So I'm kind of torn on this match, but it wasn't. I can't give it a match of the night or anything like that.
Are we still progressing higher or lower with this match?
Yeah, I mean
So
it's still on par.
Okay.
With Lucha, what I expect from Lucha.
yeah, it's so high end. What do you think of Homeboy coming back with the crutches and?
And Helico.
I liked it, but there was kind of a disconnect for me. Like I get
Is that
he was hurt.
Did he get beat up? Like
By Mundo. I
That's
think
what
that's
happened?
what they're teasing.
That's what they're
That's what he
implying.
said, but they never
But they're
showed
so
you.
good about connecting dots for all of us before time, for us viewers.
Yeah,
Like they're so good about showing us backstage stuff. And we didn't get any of that, so I thought maybe I missed something.
that's what I was like. I was gonna wait until I came up here and be like, did he get like? Did I miss that whole thing?
That was the one note.
Maybe
Yeah,
they'll
that's it.
start off the third season with Helico coming out going, I have to finish something with Mundo or whatever.
Well, clearly that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, because otherwise, why single him out?
Yeah. So
But they're
the good guys
Right.
won titles, so we have
Superheroes.
Yeah.
super friends.
Super Friends one.
Dragon Azteca Jr. against Black Lotus.
What do you think of it?
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. It's hard to understand.
Cue the soundboard.
It's hard to understand.
What happened was
It's hard to understand because as the match started, I was like, do I really care about this match? Like, there's story behind it.
a little bit.
You know, there's a little bit of story behind it. Somebody's being played in this about, who killed Black Lotus' father.
Yeah.
But as the match is going on, I was like, why do I care? And then Pentagon Jr. saved it for me. He's like, oh, hey, this is why we're watching this segment, because Pentagon's going to kill both these motherfuckers.
Before we get into Pentagon stuff, during that match, to your point, even the commentators didn't know
What was
why they
going
were
on?
fighting. It's like, I guess there's some kind of beef between them two. But
Again, the backstage stuff
Right.
doesn't relate
This is
to
their first match. I don't know what's going on.
this is
They like to
the
hit each
case where that kind of storytelling, it works, but it can also be a hindrance because there's been no in-ring or this is the first time that she's been introduced that we saw her. I mean, I like what she was doing in the
Every
ring.
other time she was always like on top of the office in the crowd, just kind of
Right,
watching.
yeah.
She never
that was
like,
the first season, right? Yeah, yeah.
and so people would just be like, I don't know who that girl is, like unless they watch the show.
Right.
So like to have her match and have somebody fighting, you know?
Did you at least like her style, her fighting style? Because she had like a
She's confident. I mean, she fits in with the females.
I
Like,
prefer
she's not
her over Junior. I don't like him. I don't think he's that good. He's very bland to me.
he's kind of like, even with the character gimmick aside. Yeah, he's kind of run of the mill lucha.
Yeah, and then just the fact that like the whole like he was supposed to be like the next guy that was going to take, but like he's nobody now. Like
Because I got pushed aside for
Yeah.
Puma and Ray.
Yeah.
Who's blander, Daga or Azteca?
well, Daga doesn't really have anything going for him either. Damn.
Well, he has Cobra Moon
I was gonna say
following
this-
him.
oh, snake chick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is interesting, but
But apparently he doesn't like it because he's been
Gay?
I don't know. Daga. I guess. I don't know.
Pentagon Jr. beats the shit out of both of them.
No, Pentagon.
no, he was junior at that time.
Really?
No, it wasn't.
At first,
No,
and then he changed it.
he was Pentagon Jr. when the show first started. He went in the cave. He
Yeah,
came out
yeah.
as.
Pentagon.
Dark.
Dark.
What'd you think?
I like
Was it time for a change?
it. For his character in the storyline or storytelling they've been doing, yeah, it made sense.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna come back around to that.
oh, okay.
Is it ready? Was it time?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
Hmm.
he was just becoming Pentagon Junior. The everybody loves the face kind of thing. Like even though he was still
So he
heelish,
was not. So he was a face to you, not a
he was
tweener.
he was a tweener for
Betweener?
sure. But like as soon as he came out, how many like signs and everyone was chanting his name. It's just like it's like
Oh, we'll get to that
now
later.
you're already like
It's okay. No. We'll come back around. You're gonna come back around to me. I'm gonna come back
this,
around.
this kind of part of the show kind of dipped for me, like that whole match, and I wanted to see an ending, even though like the match was a throwaway match for sure, but then having like Pentagon come out and just like end it, like
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the first match. The
just from that match, meaning,
Azteca
like
and-
Azteca,
let's take it. Okay, so
like,
you're talking about
meaning-
that match. That was a lull for you.
meaning nothing.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Pentagon coming out kind of was just like, why? Like,
That solidified that match meant nothing.
yeah,
Didn't solve anything.
yeah,
And
it really
then-
didn't solve anything at all,
And then he got on the stick, and then he started basically explaining what we saw 7 minutes into the start
which
of
was
the show.
cool. It kind of went back up, but
Yeah.
I kind of wish like,
That was a good promo.
It's awesome, dude.
I was reading subtitles and I got goosebumps. So I mean, he did a good job.
yeah.
Imagine if you knew Spanish.
Oh,
And I like the Vampiro doing his little like
In the corner.
father son kind of thing, like in the background, like
yeah.
like standing
Like
up.
when he first saw him come
Yeah.
out, he got a little grin on his
Yeah, he
face.
zoomed in on his face. He's like, I got you.
Yeah.
That's my boy. That's my boy up there. Little tear came out.
My boy Blue. All right.
So then we end up.
Ah.
He ends up wanting.
Okay, sorry.
So he ends up wanting the match now, right now, not later,
For the title.
for the title.
Right.
Pentagon Dark
He's
against
spitting a lot.
Matanza
Cueto.
Cueto.
Wow, you pay attention.
I listen.
and Matanza won.
Yeah.
Go for it.
WTF. They spent all this time, literally a whole season, of building up a road to redemption that so many wrestling promotions like to do, to break you down and build you back up and get your, have the villain and get his comeuppance for everything. And that didn't happen.
So pretty much Dark Knight, but Bane won again.
That's actually a pretty good match.
That's exactly it. The Dark Knight, only Bane wins the second time.
See, this is why I
No.
brought him in. This is why I brought him.
Actually, this is no, this,
You're taking
no. This is more like the Red Hood.
No, I
Red
get
Hood
that.
gets beat up by the Joker, and he winds up going all psycho crazy nuts. Because fast forward to the end, the show's already over. The announcers are saying thank you for season 2. We have season 3 on the way because of you guys. And then Pentagon Dark just goes full on heel and beats the shit out of Matt Stryker and his teacher.
That super kick. Oh,
Yeah.
that super kick.
Although the fans were still chanting for him.
That's where we're coming
Regardless.
from here. So to your point, as far as it's going to mess up fans' reactions or whatever, no, he was beating the shit out of Vampiro and Matt Stryker of all people. He was getting cheered.
Yeah,
So-
he was trying. I could trying to be a heel.
Yeah.
Like he was,
Even his baseball bat was black now.
and he almost hit a fan.
Yeah,
Like the fan got too close, and he was like, and then he zoomed in the fan. He's like, I'm sorry. It's like,
you're
but-
good. You're good.
But then, like, as soon as he turned it back, the kid was like,
Yay!
Pentagon Dark got me.
I mean, it was cool to see some old school, like hardcore, like barbed wire to the face stuff. But
What about the match, though? Did you like it?
I was intrigued in it until he lost. I
Yeah.
was like, I don't get it.
The only thing that bugs me about the whole thing was like every single match was like a hardcore match or a death match.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
A stipulation, basically.
yeah,
I really on this for this particular show, I found that all my predictions were pretty much off.
Oh,
No,
off?
With the exception of the trios, I kind of figured the bases were
yeah.
that one.
Basically went.
But dude, I thought Pentagon was going to come out on that one. Like, why? He cannot not win. Because
I think that's where the wasted potential came in, because there's no point in bringing him out as Pentagon Dark just to lose to Matanza. Like, he should have came out as like Pentagon Jr., like embracing all the fans and like enjoying the fact that he's actually the guy that everybody wants to win.
it would his character.
But it doesn't really matter about fitting the character, because Lucha Underground is not really faces or heels. It's just they respect everybody for what they
Then
do.
that would make him a face if you did that.
They
But
still have faces and heels in Lucha,
Yeah,
like for sure. Cueto,
he's a heel.
If Pentagon
He's not weird.
Pentagon
not at all.
Jr. lost to Matanza the second time, then it would make sense to have him come out like in the beginning of season 3 as Pentagon Dark and go heel, as opposed to already having Pentagon Dark lose to Matanza. Now what?
Then you could have skipped that entire opening 7 minutes then, and had that as the opening to season 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but then you wouldn't have the Vampiro beating the shit out of, or getting the shit beat out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I like that when you asked me about if I like the transformation to Pentagon, I did. But to your point, it doesn't make sense when you look at the whole picture.
Yeah.
Of Ultra up until the start of the match, I thought that was a good call. But when you repackage a character like that, the whole new everything, and you make him lose, I mean.
Wonder if he's going to be like Pentagon Dark, like everywhere now, or if when he leaves and he goes to like an indie show, if he's Pentagon Jr.
He'll probably be Junior. I can assume that this is just.
It has to be Pentagon Jr. because this episode was taped 8 years ago, and so he's been doing house shows and conventions since then as Pentagon
Yeah.
Jr. So this is the first time any wrestling fan I would
Unless they're
think.
trying to market Pentagon Dark.
What do you think of Vampiro like correcting Striker every time you say Junior?
Yeah,
You're good.
it's dark,
Like he's getting pissed off. Like I told you,
bro.
Yeah.
I know we're friends, but bitch, for real, it's dark. Get your shit together, or you gonna die, basically.
and then he got.
And then he died. Yeah, both of them did, motherfuckers. And I think this is where, for me, the show started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
And not just like a steady curve, like, okay, the stuff's good, but like at least a steady incline. It went like sank, like the Titanic for me.
Mhm.
You know,
like it's a title match. It's the main.
that storyline wise, that's the most driven match that they had, and for them to not end the show with that,
Yeah.
it would have at least been a little bit more impactful having the Pentagon heel turn if all that shit happened together. Pentagon loses. Vampiro gets in the ring.
Yeah.
What happened, bro? My student, was it the bat? Was it this? Was it that? And then have Pentagon beat the shit out of him.
Well, because he got in
and
the
then,
ring after the
and then
match.
Stryker
And
comes
he
in.
pushed him.
Yeah.
And then
Pushed him
Stryker
over.
comes in to check on him, and he beats the shit out of Stryker. And then more officials come in, or even the ring announcer, Melissa Santos, comes in, or anybody. And he beats the shit out of everybody in
That's
the
how you end
ring.
the show.
And that's how you end the show. And maybe that way, having all of it happen at once, you might have gotten more of a heel reaction than as opposed to just spreading everything out.
We've been avid fans and advocates of Lucha Underground for the most 2 seasons,
Mhm.
and we give them the benefit of the doubt on a lot of stuff. But is this are we calling a flag a foul on this one for the booking of this
Booking?
of this one? Because I agree with you. I think this should have been the main event.
Yeah.
Because you can't. It's hard to defend.
I'll give them the first episode of season 3 to fill me in on why they wanted to do this way. And if they can correct that, if they can give me enough of a reason why I should believe that was the decision that should have been made for the storyline, then right back on cruise control, right back
But
to the
see,
same.
here's the problem though, because the last thing you see on this one was Vampiro, a bloody mess, and everybody, and Matt Striker's out. That's the last thing we see. So they can go right from there. But when you look at this episode, it's out of place.
Yeah.
That match should have been the last match to end on that image that we saw of Vampiro.
But I kind of like the promo that Pentagon does at the end, where he's like, "I'm the master now." Like I kind of like
Yeah.
he left and he was just like thinking he's probably in his little dungeon downstairs and he's just like,
Hey, hey,
he messed up, man."
look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the master now. I kind of like that he spent 30, 40 minutes like away. You know?
Oh, from doing that.
From the
To let-
fight.
to let
So
everything
now
sink
he's
in.
like, you know what? I'm the master. You didn't do
Yeah,
shit.
fuck
He
this guy.
taught me.
This guy.
He advised me to do this, and I lost.
And I lost.
I was gonna win the
So now
match, and then he gave me a baseball bat, and I lost.
Yeah.
Because Vampiro did cost him the match.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about that, but yeah.
Fuck Vampiro.
Right. Yeah. All right. So so we come from that, and we have what Ivelisse.
Ivelisse versus Taya for the title of baddest bitch of Lucha Underground.
This was another match.
I forgot. It would also make sense for Pentagon to win because Sexy Star has the Gift of the Gods title, and it would bring back
Their
season 1.
Full circle.
That would have made so much sense. Like opening up, like
See, kids, this is why we have this guy. This is why I brought this guy here. This guy didn't do it.
Porsche brought me.
No, I brought yeah.
She just shook her head.
Yeah. See, even she came to that.
Ivelisse versus Taya.
I didn't care.
I fast forward.
How much of that was the match itself? How much of that was storyline? And how much of that was just the bitter taste in your mouth from the whole Pentagon saga?
Well, that is a little bit, but I can separate that. I can focus on the match. I just don't care about Taya.
Really?
She
Really?
yeah, she held her own against Cage. I respect the hell out of her for that. But I mean, as a overall,
Yeah.
even
That
Lisa,
should have started. That should have been in the
yeah,
first,
that should
first
definitely
hour.
they should have been.
The
earlier.
pre-show.
I think it was too much of a gimme the way they titled this match as like the title of baddest bitch on the block. Ivelisse was winning this.
Oh yeah.
There was not a doubt in my mind. It wasn't anything I fast forwarded. Like I liked the match,
Fast forward.
but I mean,
That's
shit,
good.
I think both of them are good to look at.
One from the neck down.
But
Even least.
You decide which one to look.
But your biggest show of the year, you're supposed to end it with your heavyweight title match, and that did affect my viewing of the rest of
This
the
match
show.
should have been where the Azteca match was,
Yeah.
and then this should have been.
No,
Well, actually, this match.
Here's what happened.
Whatever. Okay.
I understand, especially from watching a lot of WWE events. I understand having a buffer match in between two big matches.
Oh, listen, this guy is professional over here.
Fuck the both of you. Mysterio and Puma should have been in the place where Pentagon and Matanza were.
Yeah,
But that was the main event.
That's
should've
only been
switched,
built for
but-
like 2 weeks.
but they
though.
should have kept the
They should have kept
women's match. I was gonna say divas.
Yeah.
Sorry, Porsche.
the women's match should have been before the main event, which should have
That
been the
should've
title
that
match.
that should have stayed the buffer.
The,
They
the
should've just
match,
swapped
the,
them.
the show should have been Puma Mysterio, Taya Ivelisse, and then Pentagon against Matanza. That's the way it should have been laid
What do you
out.
think of the ending though? With what's her name coming out and ruining the match?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, Katrina coming out. That was another thing that was just. By this point, watching it, like
I was so like I felt like because I watched it this morning, I was gonna text you and be like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so confused.
There's heat between the two. There has been. It's been built up through the season.
But
You started
That
off.
was-
You started off. Again, for the people that didn't watch all of the episodes of the season, that long 7-minute recap in the beginning that showed the season opening with Ivelisse getting a title shot at Mil Muertes with Katrina in his corner. They've had this like
okay, where's the beef?
But she has beef with everybody, Ivelisse, because she's
No,
the
no,
baddest
Mortis
bitch.
does.
Well, Ivelisse just wants to fight everybody, but like there was no.
What did Katrina and Ivelisse do before this? Be specific.
Every
Be
so
specific.
often, I think there was a backyard. There was like a
hey.
there's a backstage thing where like they got in each other's face, but like
The gift
Did
the,
it warrant the
No,
interruption?
I
the
don't think so.
trios title where Katrina was still in charge before Matanza came out, and she made them wrestle in a 2-on-3 handicap defending the trios titles when they lost. And there were episodes where they kept crossing and continuing because Ivelisse was mad because Katrina forced them to defend the titles handicap.
you're just
Spaced out.
You're reaching, man.
real hard.
Really?
She just came out because she was
And
the
plus,
best. She's the baddest bitch. That's all it
Not
was.
only that, it was to me it felt forced and just out of place, and plus she had like a totally different look. I didn't mind it. I liked it,
It was
but I'm
great.
just saying it was just a different.
Did she beat up on Tanya?
Nope.
No, right?
Nothing.
And after the fact, she licked Ivelisse's face and then shoved her face in her boobs. Yeah, you got my vote.
That's how you end the segment.
Yeah,
That should have been the main event.
Oh,
That's how you end the show.
right.
that's the after show on the network.
Okay, so from there we have the main event of El Rey versus the Prince.
Yeah,
Clever playing on words there.
I like when he had the crown on his back, and then like I think it was Stryker was like, "Yeah, that's El Rey's Network's logo."
And he laughed at it. Yeah.
But it says Mysterio underneath.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, no, just stop talking right now. Like you're dumb.
That was the first reaction I had when we saw him in Austin. Like, he has the El Rey Network logo on the back of his jersey. That's weak.
But all kidding aside, that was a really good match.
Do you think Ray held up his own?
Yeah.
Do you
Really?
think he still got it?
I think given the right opponent, you can pull a good match out of him. I think that was. If you don't like the match?
I liked it. Yeah.
I liked it too. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Ray's how old is he?
He's got to be in his 40s, right?
Yeah.
Early 40s, I would think.
Yeah.
Do you think they added this fight to the end just for how popular Ricochet is?
I was gonna say maybe Ray. I don't know.
Ricochet, right? That's
Well, Ray too. I mean, Ray's.
yeah, but
he's
like
on
the
style.
fact that Ricochet right now is like everyone's talking about him.
Again,
because
this
this
was taped 14 years ago. So
We went from 8
they
to
would
14.
have known.
Well,
They
the
would have
second
known.
episode was 8. The third one was 4.
Yeah. So and they tape out of order. So
Yeah.
again, they showed it out of order apparently because they didn't end it with fireman. So yeah.
My friends went and saw Ultima Lucha 3 like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you seen him or heard from him since then?
Yeah,
They were at the wedding.
Yeah, they were at the wedding. They were.
Yes. Like, dude, man, you come to California, we'll get you to PWG. Like,
Oh,
you
that
shut
guy.
up.
That
Fuck
guy.
outta here.
Yeah, I remember. We were in line.
See you next year.
No, you sent me pictures.
Well,
Yeah.
One day.
but that was another match. It ended. I was like, oh, okay, because I figured Puma was gonna win,
I did too.
passing the torch and all that good
Yep.
stuff.
They even said it like 10 times during the match. Is this the passing of the torch? No, it's
Apparently not.
No, it's not. It's a WWE guy getting
Passing
over
of the blunt.
on the up and coming star.
Yeah. I mean, did y'all agree with the ending, or do y'all think Puma should have won?
Puma's won enough with the first two seasons of Lucha.
What
He
if
can
this-
take a couple losses.
What if this was a good send off for Ray? Like we don't see Ray anymore, and that was like
I could, but the rumors are that they're both going back to WWE. Well, you know,
Well, they've already filmed season 3,
yeah.
so I mean, there's already a promo had a Pentagon on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing here.
Who knew?
40 episodes for season 3.
Oh
And it
fuck!
starts what?
40.
This was-
September 7th.
This was
So
20.
so
This was
a
26
month?
episodes, not film. Oh,
A month from now.
Yeah.
Is Lucha
Mhm.
season 3?
there's no break. I mean, there's a small break. Like last time was.
Yeah, we waited. It felt like forever
Yeah, we were excited when it came back on.
because they didn't know back then when season 1 finished. Like we might not have a season 2. Now guess what? 2 and 3.
I listened to Stone Cold's podcast with Vampiro,
Yeah.
and he was like, season 3 is the best season.
Well, of course he's gonna say that. He works there.
But like, he was like, I don't know where we're going with this.
Oh shit! Really?
Again, he works there. So,
True. You gotta hype it.
yeah, I don't know. I hate to say it, but like, we give Lucha Underground season 1 all the credit in the world, and then season 2, the start of season 2, like the first half of season 2, we were still like on that cloud, floating on cloud 9, whatever. Now it's
4,
like-
2, 3. Get
yeah, we're all everything about Lucha can do no wrong. However, I'm starting to see they really start.
Chinks in the armor.
Yeah, especially with the booking of the last episode, and I hope that was just
A one-time glitch.
and they're back on track for
We're done with Lucha, so if there's any questions.
Wait, we didn't talk about the ending.
Oh.
The very ending.
Oh yeah, the very ending.
Yeah, I thought I missed something.
Yeah. Dario gets arrested.
No, I know that.
Yeah.
But I just thought there was something in between.
That's the whole Pentagon beating the shit out of a
Yeah.
Vampiro and Striker.
So the match ends. Ray gets out the ring. Puma does his little.
Right. No, I know.
Right,
No, I saw it. Yeah.
Just I don't know,
I'm just saying the last time the Dario thing before that was
the match.
with him beating the shit out of or
Yeah.
killing the dude.
Mhm.
And then the next time we see him, he's arrested. I thought there
No, there's the match. He was around the ring.
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
And
There's
then all of a sudden
no
just in jail.
backstage.
Yeah.
There's no back. And that was another thing that bothered me was there was no. He was just there in that match.
There's no backstage promos during the whole.
There's no interconnection to
Yeah.
him being out there at all, to what we were seeing.
It's weird how he's mic'd up. Every so often, for the family.
Like what should have happened in that
For the
match?
family.
Like at the end of that match, like Joey Ryan and those dudes should like stormed in and like tackled him down and handcuffed him and took him out. That's what should have happened. I thought.
And it would have made more sense if Cueto he had lost.
Yeah.
And like his arms would have broken.
Yes, Porsche.
Well, I was thinking the whole MVP thing, or he screwed up and so he automatically gets fired. I'm wondering if they cut like a whole bunch of stuff so that they don't show him, and that's why it just jump cut to him getting arrested.
That could be something.
I don't know what MVP's role was going to be.
Yeah.
That he was supposed to be the master, the leader, or whatever.
Of what?
Yeah. Oh, of
The thing
Darius
that
Boss.
was,
Cueto,
the guy with the
Darius
beard
Boss.
that was giving him the money, or he was Darius giving him the money.
I still don't understand why he got arrested.
For
You killed a guy!
No.
They
It
didn't
wasn't
know.
because of that, because they didn't know about that.
They didn't know about it.
That's what I'm saying. I missed something.
Why was
There's
he?
something-
Why were they undercover cops?
Yeah.
Is it an illegal wrestling thing?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like it
There's
fell
so many little
apart.
things.
Something fell apart in this last episode, and I just can't
I'm like yours trying. Yeah.
The hamsters running around the ball.
squeaky wheel there.
That's it for Lucha. Season 3, September
7th.
7th.
Porsche, does anybody say anything about Lucha?
Daryl says, I'm trying to remember everything from Lucha.
Exactly. And this fool wanted to wait off even longer and do some kind of big special. I was like, no, screw this. We're doing this now. Because
Meh.
I've slept since this thing has come on, and I need to talk about it before I forget. All right, so that's our Lucha talk. We're moving on to
What's next?
Ew.
I'm out.
What?
I didn't watch it.
Well, here's the thing. We have NXT, but we also have NXT that came to Houston.
Oh.
What do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about the show, or do you want
Chronological order. Go with NXT, the show.
All right. So, what do we got here?
Nakamura against Blake.
Okay, I want to bitch about that.
Go.
Not really bitch, but just I'm confused. Like, why repackage a dude? It's already kind of questionable why you have him employed in the first place against Nakamura of all people. Like, he's
What's his repackage?
I don't even know.
He's a remix boy by himself.
Not even that. He had his shitty theme song. Like his attire, he looked weird walking down the ring. Like he had a weird stance. Like he had like the tassel boots. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The tassel boots and this is regular trunks and that's it. Like I didn't get it. Like I don't
Let me make it easy for you. He's enhancement talent.
clearly,
There you go. That's all you need.
but that's a downgrade for him.
He was a tag champ 4 months ago.
Every tag team
I'm just-
there is tag team champ at some point. though.
No.
I'm a tag team champ over there, but
I'm a tag team champion.
I'm the tag.
I'm a tag team champion.
Here we go.
Spoiler McGee over here just ruined.
Well,
Yeah, the episode was taped 4 months ago.
that's why I don't pay attention to the guy. No, my thing was why have him face Nakamura his first match in when he's gonna lose? Like have him go against someone from the Performance Center or something first.
I'm
Get a win first.
I'm thinking they're doing something where the first rivalry of Blake and Murphy is going to be against each other. Because the last couple weeks ago, Murphy was his first solo match. He went against Nakamura and died. So Blake, the pre-match promo was like, "I'm going to do what you couldn't do. I'm going to beat this mofo to prove that I'm better than
Did
you."
he say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so
He
he,
said mofo,
he
yeah.
failed miserably,
That
just
makes
like
more sense.
just like his partner failed
Two
miserably.
losers fighting each other
Yeah.
for the ultimate loser.
And do you care?
I didn't watch it, so no.
Would you care if that was
No.
the storyline going into it?
No. I didn't
Chris,
like them when they were tag teams.
Would you care about that storyline that you just said?
Of course he would.
No. I didn't like them as a team anyway. Without
Yeah, like-
Alexa Bliss, I'm no one to look at.
Right.
Regal comes out and makes it official. Nakamura becomes #1 contender. NXT back to Brooklyn takeover.
by being like.
And Murphy.
The #1 contender.
And Finn Balor.
Who?
But how about Billy Kay against Santana Garrett?
This is the first time I saw, I guess, the repackaged Billy Kay.
And the ultimate Santana Garrett.
I like Santana Garrett.
I do too. Yeah.
I think she should have won actually.
Yeah.
To me, she's the more established wrestler because I've actually heard of her. Former NWA Women's Champion.
Yeah.
Not that it means anything in WWE, but still, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Billy Kay, I don't know what her prerequisites are for coming to WWE.
Her theme song is a classical Beethoven remix. That's what was her credentials to win.
No, sir, I don't like it.
The Mighty 61 against a couple of jobbers.
I don't have any notes on that, so I just know that they fought some jobbers.
Got
Like, what do y'all think about TMDK?
Right off the bat, it's hard to understand them as a team because the TM61 just doesn't go. I understand the explanation. I understand what the meaning is behind it. I understand. I don't see why that. I still don't get why it's TM61 and then on their asses it just has a T. It has a plus 61.
Okay,
You know
I'm gonna ask this.
what's a TM61?
No, seriously. If you didn't know that they were, are they internet darlings? I don't know. Do people know
To a
about-
lesser extent, they were tag team. They were kind of a big
Okay.
deal in Noah. Yeah.
Yeah, in Japan and Australia and everything. But
Oi.
take that away, and that's what you have in the ring. Are they? They're missing something. I don't know what it is.
They had a couple backstage promos and like YouTube or network exclusive
It's
promos
just
where
the
they
start of everything.
I know.
They did the one. That's it.
where they showed their character and their pop culture stuff that they like. In the ring, then as a team cohesively, they're a really good unit. They do a lot of great team moves together. They can hold their own single-handedly.
So the mechanics.
Without a gimmick, they're just mechanics. Whatever this TM61 is supposed to mean is it's not working. Like there needs to be something more substantial.
You already take the Money Don't Kneel, TMDK. You take
Which is a whole lot better name than whatever.
It is. It's that sort of work, but it's already kind of a niche thing. Like you kind of had to know what it's talking about. It took me forever to figure out what TMDK stood for, anyways. But then you take that,
I'm still trying to figure out what it stands.
and then you mess that up, and you change that even more to more obscurity, and you're already throwing people off at that.
And then you throw them into the ring, expecting everybody to know who they are.
Yeah, and I think WWE is learning that process right now. They're in the middle of that where they're trying to. They need to know their boundaries of who everybody knows before they sign them and who they don't know.
If you're getting your name changed, you're not going to be there that long.
Yeah.
If you're worth it, you're going to be Nakamura or Styles or Joe or Punk or yeah.
No, that's a good point. Yeah, Austin Aries.
Austin Aries, yeah. Bobby Roode.
But to your point,
James Storm.
but to your point, what about Kenta?
That scares me, man, because from the moment they signed him, I was like, oh my God, they got Kenta. Fuck, they're not going to know what to do with him. And I understand even back then when I made the observation that Finn Balor is the hot take that you need to push up to the roster immediately, and Hideo's the slow burn.
Mhm.
Dude, the whole injury thing, him being
that
out,
messed him up,
that
man.
crushed him, dude.
Because then he got Nakamura, and
And then
Yeah,
you got Nakamura, and now it's just like,
Tell me, is he already an afterthought?
then they're already saying that Nakamura is the biggest Japanese
If
thing
you-
to come to
if-
WWE.
if he wasn't already an afterthought after Nakamura, fast forward to the main event when we got Kota Ibushi.
Mhm.
Yeah, Hideo's an afterthought now. I'm sorry. And
Now-
I'm a huge Kenta guy.
Okay, what was the situation with Ibushi? Because I know he was the other sweet boy. He challenged him, right?
Mhm.
And that's why we had that match. And he came out to the Cruiserweight graphics.
Yeah.
So he was still part of the Cruiserweight.
They're still hyping, hey, after NXT, stay tuned, Cruiserweight
I just thought
Classic.
that was a cool cross-promotional thing to get more eyeballs onto Cruiserweight Classic.
Mhm.
But does that mean, like, did he sign? And is that just like a one-off for him on NXT?
You're not supposed to know it by watching the show. Online, it's already
It's already
been
out there,
confirmed
okay.
that he's already signed.
Nakamura said it.
Oh, Nakamura said it.
Yeah,
Here's-
he mentioned. No, I swear to God, he
Okay.
mentioned that
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, he's there
in
now.
WWE now.
Yeah.
He didn't say he's in the Cruiserweight. He said
What a motherfucker.
You brought him.
Now let's talk about Nakamura.
Oh.
You said it first.
Quiet, you.
It's
No way, Jose against this army guy, Steve Cutler. Any opinion?
I didn't know who Steve Cutler was.
Neither
I don't
did
care
I.
about Noah Jose. I do know. I will say I like the post-match promo from Noah. I was not expecting that. Kind of dug that, but still, I can't take him seriously when his name is No Way Jose.
No way.
Jose. Jose. Get the fuck out of here.
Did his promo at least raise your anticipation level for his match against Austin Aries that's upcoming at this next
A
takeover?
little bit, but now I kind of want to see an intense promo from Austin Aries to counter that.
Do you think it's worthy? Because it's Austin Aries, the greatest man who ever lived, against the guy named No Way Jose. Should he like treat him like the spit under his boot instead of actually taking his threat seriously?
Normally I say yes, but it's that yeah, you're right. That Austin Aries is a much bigger name. He shouldn't have to worry about this. However, the way that Austin Aries has been handled thus far in NXT, I got worried. I'm getting worried about him.
Really?
The greatest man ever lived. If you look at the crowd reaction, it's not getting over.
Dude, that's another example of somebody just getting lost in the shuffle.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree, but still, I mean, there's some things that can get lost in the shuffle. But if you're over enough, that shouldn't matter.
That's true.
And when I'm seeing him coming out to the ring, I'm not seeing like huge, like Nakamura reactions or anything like that. Or
Yeah.
He debuted. Shit.
like we get
So,
excited for Steve because we know who he is,
here's
but like average people, they don't really care.
Here's an example. WWE spoiled it that Austin Aries debuted the Friday before the Royal Rumble. And then we get AJ Styles in the Royal Rumble. And then Austin Aries, his first match is at NXT TakeOver Dallas, the same show where 2 matches later, fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. So he's
Wait.
At the
the takeover in
WrestleMania-
Dallas.
the WrestleMania
His
access
first match in WWE was in the takeover in Dallas against Baron Corbin, and that was the same
Wasn't
night that
before that?
Nakamura did. No,
Mm-mm.
he was on NXT television, but he didn't wrestle. His first match was against Baron
Really?
Corbin. Yeah.
Mhm.
I thought it was longer than that.
And-
He's been in NXT for a
Yeah.
while now.
And
Thing.
now,
I mean, it feels like it.
so he's always been under the radar. So it's not just the booking, the way they've handled him, it's just timing.
But whose fault is that? It's booking.
Timing is booking's fault? I don't think it's all booking's fault.
They booked the shit. Yeah. It's creative, man.
You would have hot-shotted Austin to the main event picture?
I wouldn't hot shot it, but like
What would you do
You
with
just said you put him on the show when Nakamura debuts or a match, and then you debut him whenever AJ Styles debuts. Yeah, that's booking. Like they booked that shit, and they booked it to where other people be talking about other stuff other than Austin Aries. Yeah,
They also spoiled the shit out of him showing up.
Yeah.
But-
If they hadn't, it would have been cool.
But real quick about going back to NXT, there is a couple things, and we kind of talked about it a little bit. But Tommy is coming back tonight. He's probably on TV right now. He's coming back, and then also the debut of Bobby Roode, finally
Oh my
on
God.
TV, because he debuted like months ago in UK and all those other places, and
He
Yeah.
even showed up on NXT multiple times.
yeah.
He was in the background.
Hey, let me go sign him. Yeah. Oh my God! If y'all thought that was funny, just wait till y'all hear this guy's fucking theme music. Oh shit balls! I think the name of it is called Victorious, and it's like the sample from Notorious B.I.G. where it goes Victorious, and he's even using that like in the ring, like during the house show. The main event was TNA versus New Japan Pro Wrestling. It was Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor against Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. And while they were like one-upsmanshiping Bobby Roode against Finn Balor, like he had Finn Balor in a position, like he had gotten out of one of Finn Balor's moves, and he just went like this and went victorious.
No,
Like,
no.
yeah.
Oh,
You
no.
guys are in for trouble.
I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah.
So the guy.
No wonder James Storm left.
Oh shit. But dude, there was an NXT house show last Saturday. I was able to take my nephew for his high school graduation gift. I showed you guys. I posted the picture on our Houston Wrestling Radio Facebook page. The poster, which was basically the card for the entire show. What'd you guys think of it? Watching it?
I saw that poster. First of all, it's a badass looking poster for that car.
Yeah.
Secondly, I kind of wish I went because that was pretty
We
stacked
were talking
card.
about when he was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I should have went.
Yeah.
What was the match I wanted to see? It was
Tommy against Aries.
Yeah.
Tommy against Aries.
That sold it for me.
Dude, it was even with the jobber matches to get the crowd going. The event just went higher and higher and
Was that
higher.
the
And
second
even
one?
with Bailey and Carmella in the tag match against 2 of the new NXT divas that I hadn't heard of. It's a boxer / MMA chick and the other girl from
Tough enough.
Tough Enough. dude, there's potential with those two girls collectively and individually. The show just went like that, dude. Just went higher and higher. And man, if I saw the tag match between Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano against the Revival 3 weeks early before Brooklyn, you guys are going to be very pleasantly surprised. That was the match of the night. The crowd was like this the entire time, and they milked us for everything we had, and they fucked us. But that's what they did.
Let me ask you this: that match that everybody was going crazy for, that match, was that the opener?
No.
Okay.
But it was not the main event. Like it was the two jobber matches, and then it was Bailey and Carmella against the Chicks, and then it was Itami against Aries, and then we had intermission. And then after that, the first match coming back from intermission was the tag title match, which was Ciampa and Gargano against the Revival. Oh, sweet Jesus, y'all are gonna love it.
How was Asuka versus Nia Jax?
I want to say 70% of the match was exactly what we saw at the last takeover, right down to the finish where Nia was on one knee screaming and Asuka kicked her head into
Oh, it was like
the
straight up
fourth row.
replay.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it felt fresh to me. Like I hadn't seen it in a while, and I felt like that was just as good, if not better. Obviously, because they redid most of it, but it wasn't bad. Like it didn't drag the show down for me. It was on par with everything else on the show.
Did Tommy? Did he have any ring rust or anything? Or
Oh no, he's good. He's good. He might have had ring rust 8 years ago when they taped this episode of NXT, but as of last Saturday, he's good. He's good.
Thank you, Booker. All right, so that was NXT.
Do we have any comments on NXT? Well, I can get another beer.
Okay. Can you grab me one as well? Please. Okay. Let's see. Yep, they're confirming that like the music was awful. Promo didn't just do the promo for Bobby Roode from tonight's show. They're not liking it at all.
Oh, it's going on right now. They're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
No. Well, Chris has called it, and it's probably not good.
Wait, is it called Glorious Domination? The song?
Is it glorious?
It sounded the same.
I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to see what happens.
We could edit this on post.
Yeah,
No,
You don't want one, Travis?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you want this one. Yay, beer for everybody.
Thank you.
I've already heard enough.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
I'm turning it off.
Yeah.
Throw your phone down. All right.
Yeah, it's like gospel on crack. That's what that was.
So it's TNA.
Glorious.
So he's still in TNA, huh?
Right down to the robe and everything, dude.
Good for him.
It sounds like a
Good for him.
shitty Muse song.
God, that's-
Oh, I would have never thought of it until now. Fuck,
Wait, what is it?
They just ruined Muse for me. They
Oh,
said it was
yeah.
like a bad Muse song.
Yeah, Daru says it sounds like a shitty Muse song.
Dang, Daru. Fuck you, man. But good comparison.
CWC.
Yes! The Cruiserweight Classic comes through again. You sure you don't want something to drink while we're talking about
No,
Cruiserweight
no,
Classic?
no,
Because Keep America Buff Again didn't watch it either.
No, I watched it.
You did?
Yeah.
All right. What was the first match?
Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tyson
Ducks.
Dukes.
Dukes.
Yeah.
Dukes.
This is my first time to actually see Zack Sabre Jr.
Me
in a
too.
match. You too?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
you too?
Yeah.
So,
The
What'd you think?
Vapors.
Huh?
The Vapors.
Look wise, he disappointed. Like he looked boring as.
yeah, like
Look wise, he needs a couple sandwiches.
Yeah, he needs to beef up or something.
What is it? Maybe you can help me with this. What is it with
British people and fucked up teeth? I don't know.
I was gonna say flipping the collar up.
Oh, it's just
both-
it's just something.
Oh,
We're gonna get that later.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
douchebags like to do it.
Okay,
That's what they do.
all right. We'll get.
There's an old soccer.
We'll
player,
come back. We'll
but-
come back to collars later. During our Raw
If
talk.
there are any fans of Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit from WrestleMania 17, that
Who?
style lives on. Who?
Who's that?
Who? Yeah.
What are you saying?
You're going to love Zack Sabre Jr. against Tyson
Dukes.
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 But the Dukes.
Gooks.
Yeah.
Boogly boogly.
It's a match of the week candidate, and that's my front runner so far for a pick.
Dude, I like I said, I didn't know what to expect from this dude, and yeah, when you start in the ring, he looks like a kid. Like he doesn't look
He's
like
scrawny looking.
he looks awkward. He looks weird, and he shouldn't
Yeah.
be in the ring. But then he started wrapping yourself around. Like, he goes crazy with these
He's
moves.
a fucking
But
snake.
even Duke was doing some pretty.
Oh, fuck
cool
that
stuff.
guy. No, but this
I like that guy. I thought
He put up a good fight.
No, I honestly like them putting him over. Like, he had a run, or he tried to have a run years ago.
yeah, they showed and
He got hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why it took him 15 years to get over the injury, but to each his own, I guess. But
We beefed up and got a beard. Beard takes time.
Yeah.
You know,
I can't talk. I can't grow a beard for shit.
me neither.
I can't you. But yeah, I was pleasantly impressed. And plus, Daniel Bryan, of all people, being in awe of what he was doing.
Dude, Daniel Bryan, this entire episode sounded like he was losing his virginity because he was hitting high notes of his voice to octaves that I had never heard. And then Manalo behind him going, yeah, maybe that's how you like it. Oh.
I was like, when he was like, this hole's different from another hole. What makes it different? And like Daniel Bryan just cannot talk because like the action's just like boom, 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 and he's just like, I'm trying to tell you.
He's
but
like,
I can't.
there were moves that I know people copied from me, but if I went back in the ring, I would copy some of that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, and the fact that he said the one thing that I was thinking, which was a lot of his moves aren't flashy. It's not going to get your attention, but from a wrestler standpoint, they're amazing.
Yeah.
No, the part that got me where he goes, it's not a bad guy thing. I just love hearing a guy when you have him in a submission going, oh, that's because you know you got him. I was like, oh, dude, fuck, I miss Daniel Bryan.
I think Daniel Bryan. Like I feel bad for Daniel Bryan, honestly. Like, he's surrounded by this stuff. Like, they're putting him in as commentator, putting him in as general manager. You can be around this 24/7, but you cannot wrestle.
Every single match he says it. He's like, oh, I wrestled him 10 years ago.
You're Vince McMahon, and Daniel Bryan's telling you, I will waiver all my insurance. I want to die in the ring against Shinsuke Nakamura at WrestleMania. Would you give it to him?
If I'm Vince, no.
No?
I'm saying I'm Vince McMahon.
You can't have a die in the ring.
Exactly. Waiver be damned. You can't do that shit.
But will one more match kill him?
Against Nakamura?
Yeah, who's his opponent?
Yeah.
He
Brock
said
Lesnar?
he's on video that if you had one more match, it would be against Shinsuke Nakamura. This was last year,
Right.
before all this shit happened with Daniel Bryan.
Right.
You wouldn't give him
before
Nakamura.
Nakamura was hired. He said,
Yeah.
he wanted
Oh yeah.
he wanted to wrestle Nakamura.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Nakamura's a safe wrestler, but
You think?
there's no way that
Strong style, man.
they're gonna let him wrestle again.
No.
I bet you he doesn't want to. Well, he does, but I bet you.
Dude, if he doesn't want to,
Now-
he's horrible
Now, wait.
lying.
To your point, like, if I was Triple H, would I be in the ear of Vince McMahon a lot to kind of persuade him?
One more?
I might be that guy, but
Interpromotional NXT, Raw NXT versus SmackDown Live or whatever the fuck.
And on top of that, I got some critiques about Daniel Bryan as general manager. We'll probably save that for SmackDown talk.
I also have some.
Short.
Yeah, besides it.
What was next?
I actually have some issues with CWC as well.
Okay.
We'll wait till the end.
Okay. So we have Drew Gulak versus.
Wait, is that a match of the week candidate? Zack Sabre Jr. against Tyson Dukes.
That's a tough one because I can't really judge it as far as match quality goes because that was just my introduction to Zack Sabre Jr. and I was just in awe of what I was seeing. I wasn't expecting a lot of the stuff he was doing. I don't know if that makes it match of the week quality though.
Yeah, I like the finish. Just the fact that he got him in that move, and then all of a sudden he just grabbed the wrist.
Yo,
and that was it. The just the tug of the hand. Just that was it.
It was an Umoplata armbar combo.
Look at this guy.
No.
Yeah, I wrote down all the finishes because I was like, fuck, I was learning. Just like y'all were like, oh my God. I was paying a lot of attention. Yeah.
They should have really played it up and have like Daniel Bryan sound like he like passed out and have Morrow finish the match.
We got another Lawler. Come. No.
My broadcast partner just passed out. I gotta finish something.
I saw it. What was next on the card?
Drew Gulak versus Haruv Sahira?
Sahira?
Sorry.
One of the Bollywood
Sierra.
boys. One of the Bollywood boys. I don't know who the Bollywood boys are.
Oh, by the way, I'm not complaining, but it was obvious that this episode was the Eddie Guerrero tribute episode.
Yeah.
Because there was at least 3 guys that had the little video package. Like, oh man, I grew up watching Eddie Guerrero. Oh, I loved Eddie Guerrero. There's pictures of the Bollywood kid, Sierra, with Eddie Guerrero. Is like the one thing he told me, embrace your heritage. Like, oh my God, all right, Eddie Guerrero's awesome.
Yeah, we all love Eddie Guerrero.
Who do you think was going to win this one? Because this is I didn't want to.
I actually wanted Cera to win this.
Okay.
I knew. It doesn't matter because they fight. It's actually like.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Like that's the whole problem with this.
I was thinking maybe the Bollywood boy was going to win, but the Drew Gallagher, I didn't care too much for him. But that Dragon Sleeper he did at the very end.
All credit to the guy.
It's the no knee pads.
All credit to the guy in the ring. He looks like a creative wrestler from 2K16. He didn't show any charisma whatsoever. His little pre-match video did nothing for me as like a character to invest in any sympathy for or emotion in.
That's a pet peeve of mine. Like any wrestler doesn't have knee pads. Cover those up.
I don't want to see your knees.
He's a fucking beast though, and like you said, that way he locked on that Dragon Sleeper first. The counter originally to the Dragon Sleeper with the ankles when he was locking the ankles together, and then he just like leaned back and cinched in. Oh, dude, it was awesome.
Yeah, you know it's going to be a better match. Two guys that can put you in
two technical wrestlers.
Pretzel.
Yeah. Zack Saber's winning, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we have after that we have Anthony Bennett versus Tony Nese.
Yeah.
Anthony versus Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Hey.
I'm not sure if the Cruiserweight Classic is a place that would suit a guy visually like Tony Nese. Like he's built like he looks heavier than he really is. And it threw me off.
I immediately thought of Neville.
That's what I was going to say. He looked like a Neville.
But Neville's not even that. Neville's too short.
Or he's
He's
a
not
buffed up Neville.
They're both shorter, buffier dudes. That's what they are.
Nese is buffier.
We're about to swerve off into the wrong.
He was so
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
A couple of
Fucking
beers and
shining.
he becomes a.
Porsche, here's buffier.
It's been a long time, everyone.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I'll give you credit for that one.
Okay. That's probably why we keep her around.
Yeah. All right.
What was your first impression on Tony Nese? Was that it? That it would look like Neville?
I guess.
Neville's daddy?
Like I didn't care too much because I guess I knew of him from TNA.
He was in TNA?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Who was in TNA?
For like a cup of coffee, but I mean,
yeah, I don't drink coffee. I wanted a Bollywood boy to win it.
Okay,
this wasn't that match.
Okay, well, fuck all that. Let's get to the main event. The Brian Kendrick versus.
Oh, you mean Kurt Cobain?
Raul Mendoza.
That's another example.
Eddie
I don't
Guerrero.
want to see a wrestler with braces. I'm sorry. It's like, dude,
I can't take you seriously.
If you have a fucked
No
up
way,
grill,
Jose.
if you have a fucked up grill, just embrace it, dude. Because, I mean, it played out very well when he got the shit beat out of his mouth that was bleeding like a virgin. I was like, okay, that's an awesome visual. The fucking coast to coast, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. As a matter of fact, it threw me off on the end of the match because let's rewind a second here to
go for it.
The Brian Kendrick's promo package.
That invoked sympathy. I was like,
that goes back to the bracketology special I watched, and they spent like 15 minutes talking about his.
What happened to him? Did he just
He just left.
He wrestled Independence for a while, and then he recently signed as a trainer. Nobody wants to notice, but he trained Eva Marie for a bit.
Did he get released or did he just leave WWE?
I think his contract expired and he didn't bother to renew.
After the thing with Paul London, I think it kind of fizzled out after that.
Yeah.
But
well, his solo run as the Brian Kendrick with Ezekiel Jackson as his bodyguard.
That's true. Yeah.
He had that leather jacket. He was heavyweight title champion for 5 minutes.
That's true. That is true. But did they count that?
No. They didn't mention it once.
The bastards. But here's a disconnect for me. He's the promo package. He's got the sympathy going for him. He's the old-time veteran.
He's a grandpa babyface. He's the old man from Up.
He's Kurt Cobain if he didn't shoot himself in the head.
Yeah, true.
Tears.
And then how'd the match end?
Well, he won.
Yeah.
Which is good.
He's a
But
dirty old veteran heel.
yeah. There's some kind of disconnect there for me. Like, especially after the coast to coast, and then he did something else after that. Was it a stomp or something, But basically, he almost destroyed Brian Kendrick, but he kicked out. Or no, he got his foot on the rope or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's where he did the suplex into a lumbar.
That's it. Yeah, I just thought that he was actually out wrestling Brian Kendrick for a while.
Yeah, I actually like that. I like the kid. I thought he was good.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted him to win. But
And here's another thing. When Daniel Bryan kept going off about, he's the one guy I want to win this thing.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I love it, but at the same time, it's like, well, fuck, you're saying he's not going to win. Like, you know he's not going to win, but that's your sympathetic pick. So you're already kind of, to me, it was like a...
That's an announcer that's forgetting that he's on the job for a few minutes to put to actually not be biased and be like, you know what, that's the guy I want to win because I know him. My
I
career.
get why he said it,
yeah.
but I think it's kind of a backhanded compliment in a way. Like that's the guy I want to win, but he's not.
But
So
he ain't.
yeah,
You sure about
So-
that?
Yeah.
He's in the second round.
so
So is a lot of people.
What if he makes it to the quarterfinals?
He probably makes it to the final. Or the semi.
I'm just
at
saying,
least.
it seems like he got lucky on the opening round.
I think that's the way they're going to do it. I think he's going to cheat his way.
You think so?
He's in
I believe it.
so-
Yeah. And just to nitpick, get a haircut.
He looks like a caveman.
He does, right? He does. He looks
Yeah.
grungy. He looks
Geico, 15 minutes can save you 50%.
like I get the Kurt Cobain reference, but I mean, he looks grungy. He
Yeah,
looks like,
yeah.
take a shower. Get a haircut.
Some
Do
head and
something.
shoulders.
Like,
at
have you
least.
literally been unemployed ever
Straighten the
since your
hair.
last run WWE?
They found him on the streets of Seattle, and they were like, "Hey, you!
Look at
Bad
this.
for you.
Look at this. It's an iPhone. I don't phone. I fires. Yeah. No.
That's my problem with this whole thing.
Yeah.
The first round, you already know who's going to win almost every single match.
There's a couple of
I didn't expect Tajiri to win.
okay, I expected him.
No.
But there was a couple no-namers like from both of them. I didn't know who they were.
Yeah,
I was
out of
those I
out
weren't
of those
expecting.
matches, I kind of. But halfway through the match, you'd be like, "All right, he's going to win."
Yeah.
And then when you see the bracket, you're like, "All right," but like, they're not going to like a well-known guy who's like an internet darling is not going to lose the first round.
Exactly. Kota Ibushi. Zack Sabre.
Jr.
Yeah.
Tajiri.
Cedric Alexander.
You're saying all this like it's a bad thing.
No, but it's just like
Yeah.
it's too predictable
Okay.
to me.
I loved doing our WrestleMania tournaments, our brackets for HWR and SummerSlam. The first rounds, it's comedy.
You have to. I mean, you
It's-
have to get.
like, you have to cut some of the fluff.
Yeah.
Just wait till at least maybe not the second round, but the quarterfinals. That's when you're gonna start busting nuts and you're gonna be hurting people and you're gonna be crying, cutting onions because people are gonna be crying after some of these losses. And eventually,
I remember some of the reactions from our.
oh my God, Undertaker Shawn wasn't the pick. Fuck you guys. Y'all still listening, motherfuckers.
Hey, he gets aggressive when he drinks.
Be nice.
You've been around me the most when I drink. I'm not like this. It's fucking wrestling.
Dang, he gets angry when he talks about wrestling.
Right off the top, Raw versus SmackDown, week 2. Who won the war? Raw. Really?
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, dude. Raw was like killing it, man. For me. What about you?
I thought both of them were so boring. Like they were like the opening promo to Raw. I actually preferred the
Really, you didn't like the opening promo
No.
with Enzo and
Didn't like it.
Sasha?
Didn't like it.
What?
Yeah, didn't like it. The 20,
Defend yourself,
the
sir.
20-minute how you doing? The 20-minute
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
How
Like,
you doing?
I don't care. Like,
Oh, it's
How you
happening.
doing?
It's happening. Oh God.
how you doing? I didn't like it. It was boring. I like Jericho. He was funny.
Your breath smells like Axe body spray. Sit more closer.
That was your underarm.
Ah,
Oh my.
how you doing?
How you doing? Like, no. And like, all of them were just off. They kept messing up their words. I just didn't like it. Didn't like it.
Quiet.
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 There's a
Quiet.
lot of stuff on this
Quiet.
show I didn't like.
Quiet. Quiet. I love that fucking promo, dude. Cass is fucking platinum.
Nope.
Cass wasn't there.
Oh, that's right.
He
Enzo!
He showed up. He showed up at the end of the match.
Enzo is fucking platinum, dude. Oh my God. He's got shit for days. I love the fact that we were watching it together. Again, Raw. I was sitting with Travis. I was like, okay, they're starting the show with the women's champion. I am already interested. Because when is the last Raw that you started with the women's champion? Do you remember?
Exactly.
This is the first Raw I saw from the beginning.
Exactly.
This is the first 3
So,
hour Raw.
all right. Sasha Banks just won the title. You're opening the show with Sasha as the women's champion.
I like that part.
All right. You got me. Where are we going? Sasha starts running her mouth. Charlotte comes out, okay.
That makes sense.
And then Sasha, oh my God. If you went for a run night stand, bitch, you wouldn't be here. Mic drop, done. And that's when Jericho comes out. And I was like, what the fuck
No,
is Jericho doing here?
They're going back and forth, and then we hear quiet, and we look at each other like, what? Where are they going?
I don't know who it was. I was
Yeah,
like, who
exactly.
is that?
And we're both like, where are they going?
And I perked up some. I was like, all right, go for it. Give it to me. What are we doing here? And Jericho starts laying it on Sasha, and I was like, who's going to be the hero here? And then the music hit, and I was like,
Big Cat?
I was like, Enzo's by himself. All right, let's see where we're going with this. And then
his head got worse until even more. Oh, I can't see.
Some of this is the alcohol, by the way.
And then Enzo starts breaking out into his raps. And then he starts going. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking this is good stuff. Like Enzo, like even before, let's rewind a few weeks here, because I was saying from jump that when this brand split happens, they could successfully break up Enzo and Cass,
Definitely.
and both of them will be just.
You were the
fine.
only one that said that. Abel and I were like, nah, man. This is they barely showed up on the main roster as a team. They need to be a team.
Cass would get
and
lost
go
in the
with it.
shuffle for sure.
Well, here's the thing, because they both, like, when Enzo was hurt, Cass was doing good on his own.
Yeah, but they were pushing him.
Okay,
Was
we'll
he-
push him then.
Was he on Raw?
In my opinion, when Enzo was hurt with that concussion, and we saw Jericho talking smack, and Cass came out to face Jericho, I thought he held his own. He didn't blow me away like Enzo does, but dude,
Yes, he can, yeah.
that's few and far between.
Yeah.
So, but I thought he held his own.
But
Him
my
face to
point
face
is-
against Gallows.
My point is they'll both be fine. They can both hold their own as single competitors. And I think this week on Raw, this was the first like testing stone of seeing what Enzo is like on his own. And I think we're gonna see what Cass can do, even though we kind of already got that when Enzo was hurt. But I'm okay with it. I'm sure. I like it because they're both on the same brand, so they can still go their separate ways. But like what we saw tonight or on that show, Enzo got beat down, and then Cass came to help him out. I like that. That makes sense. Keep them separate, but still, a brotherhood or whatever. Just,
Every so often they do a tag team.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, it works, man. I like it. And Enzo, like you say, he's platinum. This guy, he's a better Mojo Rawley than Mojo Rawley is Mojo Rawley. He
stays hype.
He doesn't get hype.
what do you say? Hyper? Hyper stays hyper? Is
Yeah.
that what you
He
said?
doesn't get hyper. He stays hyper.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I mean, yeah, Mojo, he
Dude.
needs to retire or get a different gimmick. Because Enzo,
Or do some more coke. Let's get more hyper.
Oh, shit. We'll talk after the show. And then we got a mixed tag.
yes, we did. Yeah,
The first ever of the new era mixed tag.
You know what? We were watching it, and then as soon as Mick Foley's music is, okay, well, here's the setup.
Hold on a second, play this.
Yeah. As soon as that happened, I was like, okay, well, we don't need to watch this anymore.
What did you think of the match?
It was fine. It kept heat on Sasha and Charlotte, I thought. Dana coming out and helping to win, it's your heels thing to do, whatever. So I'm okay with that. But it was fine.
Did you watch the match?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you like it?
It's all right. Yeah.
Why are you so defensive?
Like just the whole Dana thing, just like it didn't need to happen. Like you already have Jericho come out and like fight your battles with you. Like to add in another person.
That's her thing, I guess.
Yeah, but they could have totally just like dropped her and nobody would have noticed.
This is the first time you defended Dana ever.
Yeah.
The hell, man! You're not even drinking.
She's winning you over.
Fuck no.
Did we have any conversation of the Cruiserweight Classic?
That's the only one. Daru's like just pitching it for everybody. He's just saying Sabre was his favorite match, and did it look like Brian Kendrick was too small?
Like he's been homeless for
Raul
3 years.
Mendoza ate a couple tacos too many before he ended up in the ring. That's what it was. Because if you're watching the Mexican wrestling, you don't have to be in great shape to do what they do.
I've seen 2 seasons of Lucha Underground.
Speaking of which, the Shining Stars against Golden Truth. Y'all care?
Fast
No.
forward it. Oh, especially
Even Pokemon.
especially the Pokemon thing.
Pokemon bullshit.
What were you telling me, Chris, when we were watching that about the whole Pokemon thing?
It's stupid.
I'm drinking. I'm already forgetting shit that's happening 10 minutes ago.
He said, "There's no point. What'd you say? If WWE's not getting it, this is
If
no
this isn't
return
sponsored by WWE, there's no like,
for Pokemon."
yeah. What's the point?
Did y'all like? Is it the first time they've done that previously on thing?
Yes,
Yes, the recap video.
I like it. It's
I like
fine.
it too. I'd never seen Raw. I haven't seen Raw from the beginning of like, in probably over a year.
What do you
so.
think of Shinedown theme song?
It's cool. I liked it. I
was
actually
telling
finally
him-
got to go home and I sat and watched it down. And I was like, holy shit.
I was telling him I think they need to cut it,
Re-edit.
Yeah.
because like when he starts singing, he's kind of going down tempo a little bit, and then it like
Yeah.
makes me
There's a
gotta
syncopated part. Like there could be something there.
Yeah.
That could add, that
I'm
they
sure
could
they'll-
change.
That's pretty good. But then they were like previously on Raw. I was like, this is kind of cool.
for
Like,
people.
our-
TNA did it first. Sorry.
But a TNA doesn't count. It doesn't exist. Just like the Hall of Fame.
What's it?
Sting's in the TNA Hall of Fame. Nobody ever
what's
mentions
it?
that.
What's the EC3?
What's an EC3?
Balor and Rollins promo in the ring.
Oh,
Exclusive interview with Finn Balor in the last minute, and then
Which-
Rollins comes out.
Happened on SmackDown too. It's the exact like I felt like both shows were the exact same.
no, it wasn't. One was 3 hours. One was 2 hours.
Oh, fuck.
Full.
Just with Travis telling me that Raw's 3 hours, I'm yawning.
This fool almost made it. Almost.
Almost. I was tempted to stand up for the last 45 minutes in your apartment, in your living room.
You got an apartment too?
I know, right?
Dang! I'm sorry. I hope Nancy didn't hear that.
She just comes out.
Party tomorrow at your apartment, by the way. I was gonna stand
for the new
last
scenery
45
next
minutes, yeah. Because man, 3 hour Raws. Fuck, we're beating a dead horse to death. I don't care. I'm tired of 3 hour Raws, dude.
Sounds like you're tired now.
I'm tired now too. But yeah, 3 hour Raws. It's hard, man.
I didn't mind it.
We had 9 matches and 2 promos in this Raw. Isn't that too much?
Yeah, but how many of those matches were throwaways?
Yeah, a lot of them was like 2 seconds,
Like
or didn't count, or
Yeah.
some bullshit.
Shining Stars. Like,
Come on.
they could have just cut that out.
See, even Porsche is yawning. We're talking about Raw.
No, you're talking about Shining Stars.
Balor Rollins.
Anytime Rollins gets on the mic and he gets like an intense promo, dude is gold, man. Like, I want that as a heel champion or your main heel. Not the
Look at a
coward,
tweener champion.
yeah, not the cowardly running away, whining, bitchy thing. No, like when he's intense, yelling in your face, dude. It was
intent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins' attitude when it's cranked up like that has the potential to be this generation Steve Austin as far as promos go. You see Vince McMahon, Austin's promos against McMahon. That's exactly the way Seth Rollins is when he's got Heyman in the corner and he's yelling down Paul Heyman, or he's got Finn Balor looking down at him the way he was
The
talking.
only
to
thing
him.
is, he's not consistent with it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's the way he's being booked, like you said weeks ago. It's like, yeah, I'm the champion. Let's fucking fight right now. No, we'll do
I'm
it
gonna
later.
run away.
And,
I'm gonna have
yeah.
my disputes.
like if you're gonna make him a badass, intense heel, do it, man.
Do it not a half-ass badass.
Yeah.
Then get for it.
And that's all WWE does now. It's a Raw. I guess SmackDown. If we're gonna get to that, there's no heel, I guess.
Speaking
then-
of ass,
Oh, okay.
we're talking about this. Balor's strong point is not his promo skills.
I thought you were gonna say his ass was. I was like,
No. His strong point is not the. hey, I need that to talk about this one. His strong suit is not his promo skills. And we're going back and forth. That Balor was like at a 4 to 5, and Rollins was at an 11.
he's got a kid voice.
And yeah,
You can't.
and
get
that
to
accent,
next-
just like when Sheamus talks, and he's
Yeah,
like,
that's my one issue.
Oh,
Says the
come
guy that has
I
the
know,
accent.
dude. I want you to go off on that. So
No, it's like
I want you to go off on it in your Scottish accent.
no, he just couldn't get.
it's very rare for me.
He
to
did
hear.
it. He just like couldn't. Dude, go.
He couldn't get over that little part. You know, like Rollins is just yelling at his face.
What do you think of the Irish in general?
They're cool.
Oh.
They're humans. I don't mind them.
They're little people. They're right.
I don't mind them.
Oh my god. There's something in your eye.
Oh, is there?
You need some Visine?
I don't know. You can't like. He should have been yelling back, but instead he was just like, "Well, I'm gonna win."
Until the end.
Go ahead. Yeah, because
Balor's
you
like,
said he needs to knock it out of the park.
Balor's like, the only difference between you and me is that you've had everything handed to you. And I was like, that's not the way to end it. And Rollins goes, the only thing that's going to be handed to me is the title after I beat you. And then Balor, he says, the only thing that's going to be handed to you at SummerSlam is your ass. No, like,
No arse. He didn't say
no
arse.
arse. He said ass like an American. America. Dude, I think he won the crowd because even the crowd, man, they weren't really getting all behind him as his punchlines when he was delivering his
You
punchlines.
summarized it pretty good. You said he needed,
But he had to bring it home.
and he hit a home run. That was a good.
Nothing like good PG profanity to get you in the mood.
I know. As soon as he said that, we're like, stop it, stop, turn the mics off now.
That's when Rollins tried to hit him, and yeah, I was perfect. I like the way they finished it. Poor Balor though. They better not give him a mic every week. You know his strong suit.
Guess what? It's 3 hour show. He's getting a mic.
His strong suit is not the mic. You know, maybe I could understand if like so many people downloaded Finn Balor and play him as often on WWE 2K16 that hey, this guy has enough attention. Let's put him on the main roster and give him a main event match. Dude, he can't talk.
He had didn't he have a match that night too?
No, Seth Rollins beat Sami Zayn, Finn Balor's little buddy.
Finn Balor had no, he didn't fight.
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Because he came out with his jacket.
Oh yeah,
And-
you hate people with jackets.
Pretty much. Well, specifically ones that can't stop flipping their collar up every 5 seconds. Good God, I tweeted that.
British people, right? Or,
Yeah, they do.
Zack Sabre Jr. did.
Yeah.
So that's why I was asking you earlier. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't wear jackets. I live in Texas. It's hot as shit.
he wears scarves. how many soccer scarves do you have?
I don't know. Too many.
You have 2 in your car right now.
Yeah, I have 2 in my car right now. Too many.
In August, in Texas.
I don't wear them.
Of course not.
With
That'd be
clothes
silly.
on.
That'd be silly, right? Around his back.
They're around something. Dick.
Yes, my dick.
This was my WTF moment of the night.
Oh, God.
Not the Pokemon thing?
No. Oh, hell no. That was last week. They build up Henry. Okay, he loses to Rusev. Rusev. Machka. Who's next? Out comes Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
A guy that 6 weeks ago was your heavyweight champion. And
Not
now,
only that, 30 days ago, he's suspended.
And now you're going to 99% sure that you're going to have him in the United States title match at SummerSlam against Rusev.
I wrote down, I said, started from the bottom, now he's back to the bottom.
You?
It's still a title.
He's got a
And you
beard
can't-
now,
And you can't have
like a full beard.
And I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, do you want him in the world title picture or the universal title picture?
The U.
The-
The U.
Sponsored by the University of Miami.
An Uber. The Uber champion. That's what we call it.
Ah, because it gets passed around every 20 minutes?
Hopefully not.
No.
Not yet.
Man.
Hasn't come out yet, though.
That sounds dirty. So, I mean, do you want him in the main title picture? I'll answer the question for you. No, I don't.
No.
Put him in the mid card title scene. Whatever, fine. Sure, let him get him.
I don't like Roman. I don't like him.
It's
I
okay.
don't like him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
I wonder if they're doing this so that he can have time off, so he can have his little honeymoon once he loses, so he can get his little line of action on.
That is a fucking waste.
I know.
You
So,
brought
wait,
Rusev
so-
back to redo this whole dominant U.S. champion picture.
Rusev is like on
And-
like a 9 right now. For me.
And you're going to waste that momentum that you're rebuilding on a guy that's gone through the things that he's gone through, which is Roman Reigns. That's a waste of a build of Rusev.
But what if he gets it back after he's coming back from
Doesn't
his honeymoon?
matter.
Yeah, that's dumb.
It doesn't.
There's no
You
way.
can't get that back.
As soon as that belt comes
Austin turned heel at 17. You can't change that. It's already done. You lose. You build up Rusev to come back, and pretty much he was built to the point, at least for me, that I was able to forgive the entire first run that he had that he lost to John Cena, because that was John Cena's career did not need a win off of Rusev the way his career was built. Now you did a pretty decent job of making me forget of what happened the first time, and you bring all that back, and now you're gonna, in essence, because Rusev wants a vacation, you're gonna drop the title to Roman. You could have picked Sami Zayn. You could have picked Cesaro. You could have picked Kevin Owens. You could have picked somebody else that could have made it just as an intriguing match and have the belt mean something when Rusev loses. Fuck Neville.
Well, what do you want? Because you're just saying he was in the world title picture not too long ago. Now you're complaining that he's going to win the title. What do you want?
I want him beating the shit out of Heath Slater for a month where nobody gives a shit. Because he does not deserve to be anywhere near anything relevant right now.
Yeah, but
the fact that they're putting him with Rusev, if Rusev loses to Roman, the whole thing for Rusev is a waste. And Roman is a
This is the second time that I'm watching this, and Rusev's on this like power where he's beating every single person, and then he's like, "Who's next?" And I'm like, Kurt Angle's gonna come out.
Another one.
And then John Cena came out, and I was like, nope. And then this year, I'm like, maybe they will. You know, he's 19
Well, see, here's the thing. It's funny you say that because last week on the post-brand split Raw, they're in Pittsburgh. Like, fuck, it's Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
You gotta have heard him. Where is he? He wasn't there. And I wasn't even thinking about it this week. And then he says, they're in Atlanta. The 96 Olympics were in Atlanta.
And it's just that it's like the 20th anniversary of him winning with the broken
That'd be
freaking neck.
perfect. And then when he said that, I was like, oh, and then it didn't happen. I was like, fuck you.
Yeah, like it's the second time. And I'm just like, Angle's going to come out. And then Roman's music hit. I'm just like,
I hate to say it. Fuck, I would have rather seen Mojo Rawley than Roman.
Are you okay?
There's a story in there that he killed his best friend, Zack Ryder. So you can pass it off somehow, and at least Roman's not in a title match. I'm feeling Abel's shoes here for this segment because he's another guy that's like, man, Roman deserves like no money, no popularity, no dick. He needs to be in a doghouse.
You know what they should have done? Put him on NXT, like dropped him.
Oh, that's too. I don't know.
I wouldn't even call that a dropping at NXT because you could have Roman with Nakamura, with Rude, with Joe.
But you make him fight Blake and Murphy.
Here's the thing. Like,
don't like him.
Don't like it.
What do you think about last week whenever all the roster was out there and Stephanie just like basically
bitched him out,
like, tore him into an asshole like on live television? Like she ripped him pretty good. So basically calling him a loser in front of everybody.
Yeah, so why would Stephanie let Roman Reigns have a U.S. title match if he just called him a loser?
Because Mick Foley said like, hey, why don't we try this?
Was that official? Is that an updated card for SummerSlam?
Not yet. But it's going to be.
That'd be funny if they tease it like that and then drop it.
Because he gets suspended again.
Not even that. Fuck him. You're going to defend it against who's a jobber there? Jinder Mahal.
Oh. That's how we're mentioning of that tonight. Titus O'Neil against Darren Young.
Random. That was a random thing of the night.
Yeah. It was like, oh, okay. And then
like Titus is going heel?
Like a heel turn, but like not heel turn.
Like a douchebag turn.
Yeah, like a comedy. Like, I got to win. Like, you can't beat Darren Young. Like, you can't beat him. Like,
wait, who won that match?
Titus O'Neil did.
Pulled
the title.
Oh, he cheated. That's right.
Yeah, and then he got out of the ring. And he was like, I got to do what I got to do. I'm sorry. And it's just like, really? Like, you can't beat Darren Young.
Damn. That's cool.
Besides that, I mean, you have a history of those two guys, and it seems like they just totally like
just to throw them out there too. Like,
yeah. And then the backstage thing was I kind of like the idea of what they're doing backstage. Whenever Titus was
threatening Backlund,
and then Darren Young just like came in from off screen and just try to take him down, but I don't know. There's something about that was off. Like, I want to like it. I want to like a story.
Like, that should have happened first and then the match?
Maybe. Yeah. Something was off about it. And it's so random for
5 years
Titus.
ago when they broke up.
Yeah. For the first time.
For the first time.
But, like, Titus, okay, if you're going to do this, I don't want to see any more Father of the Year promotional stuff to make him a good guy. If you're going to turn him heel.
Yeah. And he can't be a face that cheats.
Kayfabe, man. Go, heel. I don't want to see any more Make-A-Wish or Father of the Year stuff.
I feel like they should just get rid of the Make-A-Wish apart from Cena. Because everyone they try and do it with just kind of like the Roman thing. When they were really trying to get Roman over before he did his drugs. when they were like, he was kissing the people in the front row before his match. It's like, really? Like, you guys are just
Honestly,
pounding it in
like,
there.
honestly, I used to respect WWE a lot. I don't know when they changed.
When
I changed.
attitude there?
No. Because they used to not publicize the fact that they did all the charity
They
stuff.
wouldn't brag.
And that's all they do.
Every so often they would show something. and
Hey,
they'd
by
be
the
like,
way, $5 for this Congress Cure
But that
bracelet.
would be like in the WWE magazine or something.
Yeah.
And they'd show like there would be an article of Hogan or whoever, taking a picture.
Let Make-A-Wish do all the publicizing.
Exactly. Like you're right. It's bragging for.
look what we do.
Yeah,
We got pink
Make-A-Wish,
ropes.
Susan G. Komen. They make Susan G. Komen a thing, like the ropes and the.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. It's great that they do it, but it used to be. It was just them doing it as.
It doesn't make sense.
And I think Stephanie got some heat for a comment she made. She tweeted something about it's marketing.
She said something.
You
yeah.
can never go wrong with marketing when it's charity or something like that. And
Yeah.
people blasted her for
Yeah.
that. It's like, what the fuck? Being up front about it. Anyway, we're getting off track on that. That's a whole different subject. What else we got, bro?
Nia Jax.
Same old. She's beating another job. It's fine. Just let it build. Let her do her thing.
How about the New Day against the Club?
Wait, wasn't there another? There was another squash match, wasn't there?
Okay. Yeah, it's
We'll
three
get
out
to
of
it.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one we had to pick because the club said you only went to 3, and they put their hands in a bag. And,
Whoever got the opposite fruit.
and what was that fruit?
A banana.
And 2 oranges.
When those powers combine.
Wait, that's enough. Like, we're DX, but we can't be all the way DX because it's
So we're
PG
just
or-
like D.
We're the last iteration in DX where they couldn't do anything even had a
Yeah.
form.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, go off the camera.
Yeah.
Well, I'd be all pervy.
Anyway.
Eh.
Yeah, I thought it ended abruptly, like really fast. Like it was supposed to be a title match too.
No, it was just a tag match.
Was it that match?
It was just a tag match.
Okay, I was not made clear to me. But anyway, whatever.
So what the hell with the Club? These losses, dude, that they just like. You talk about mishandled booking, dude. They're dropping the ball big time with the Club.
It depends if on the first title match if they get a title. So if they get a title, we're good.
So you're giving them a little bit more time.
Yeah, until the title match.
Okay.
And if they win, it's been worth it. But if they don't, the New Day does not need those freaking titles at all.
They're already the longest W. Well, y'all get it. Cesaro against Sheamus.
Sheamus?
I couldn't get into this match. Maybe because I've seen wrestle so many times. I just didn't care.
Yeah, it was.
I did not care.
It was their match. It was hard hitting, uppercut.
Paint by
uppercut,
numbers at this
uppercut.
point,
Yeah.
man. They know what to do. Yeah.
What do you think of the promo to create the match? Where they were just like, I want a title shot. I want a title shot.
Who won this match?
Cesaro.
Oh, so he's in line for a future title match. I don't know if they made certain which title.
Oh, because there was there was a cool combo reversal. That's how they won. That's how he won. I don't remember what it looked like, but it was pretty badass. I remember because I was like, holy shit, he's badass. But that was it.
I just wonder, like, how many of our listeners, like, they hear us there, if they listen to us for our recaps of the shows, and they want to know what we think about. It's like, it was a cool match. What happened to it? Who won? I don't know.
That fucking
That move.
Dude.
That was really cool.
No.
That was really
Yeah.
cool, but I really can't think of what
was
it
a not
was.
hash brownies.
There's a lot of wrestling to go around, all right?
Dude. Okay. Heath Slater showed up. Wants a spot.
What do you? I mean, it's-
Oh, we talked about it already. Jinder
Two-man
Mahal.
band.
Yeah. No. Fuck that.
real quick. Well, I don't know if you saw it or not, but I think it was a Fallout video on the website. But Jinder Mahal like doing a promo.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I heard about it.
Okay. He was like more intense. He's like, I'm done with these bands. Like nobody, like when I was gone, like nobody came to see me, and this is a new. It's like he was working it out pretty good.
It was intense.
It was good for what he was supposed to do. I need some time to.
He's just going to be a filler, though.
Yeah.
There's no way that he's going to.
But maybe he can make the most of it. You only get opportunities in WWE.
6 weeks and he'll be back in that really bad tag team with somebody.
Maybe Keith Slater. More
I
likely.
don't know, because that's on SmackDown.
Is it?
Possibly.
Sami Zayn against Seth Rollins. Scott, what'd you think of the match?
Good ROH style match, I feel. A little bit watered down, but I like Sami Zayn.
There's one spot where
Rollins.
they were on the outside, and Rollins just like took Sami Zayn as like rammed right to the barricade. I'm like, good. Why?
The guy in the crowd was like, "Yeah, I bet you that." I was like, "Damn. Did they mic that guy up?"
Same thing.
He was so loud. I was like, "Did they mic that guy up? Hit him right here. Hit him right here."
Match of the week candidate for the year?
I don't know. Maybe. What about you?
How the fuck would I know? I fell asleep. You took pictures and shared it on
Was that your,
Twitter.
is that when you fell asleep?
Yeah. As soon as I decided to go from the sitting position on your big couch to laying position on
I
your love
knew-
seat,
I
you
knew.
called it. You called it. I sat down right when Sheamus came out, and I love that camera angle where it was behind Sheamus. We could see all the bright lights. And then that's when I laid down.
That was
And,
just
then as soon as the match started for Cesaro and Sheamus, as soon as the match started, I was already gone. Like I was like gone. Like I didn't. And then you woke me up. You kicked the couch. Like, hey, Rollins Zayn. Like, okay.
No, I kicked the couch because you're snoring, motherfucker. God damn,
it
dude.
gets loud.
It gets really loud.
Oh, I heard it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've roomed a few times.
No, he heard it on Monday at his house. An hour away from here.
Yeah. 3 hour on. Sorry. And then
It
we
was
get
9 matches.
and 2 promos. Yeah.
Well, 9 is like.
But you get entrance
even
music,
still.
and you get the announcers building up that these guys are coming out, and they make
So
it.
the main event. What close this thing out?
Brock Lesnar.
And Paul Heyman, which I was glad to see Paul Heyman.
That was good too.
A few weeks ago, they said they have not signed a new contract with him, so because they hadn't come to terms. Apparently, they came to terms because he was on Raw. So yay!
Yeah.
And on SmackDown, by the way.
Mm.
Yeah. But your typical Paul Heyman being an advocate for Brock Lesnar.
Did y'all see the video? I think Foley put, and it was like the panel that Paul Heyman was on, and he gave that fan theory about how Lesnar took the streak.
Yeah.
Really,
I like that.
That was good.
That was some good stuff.
I was like, oh,
Mark's in the audience, like
Mind blown.
they were at church, and Paul Heyman's the preacher. It's like, yes,
I
yes.
I'd go on some days for that.
Right?
We already do. It's $9.99 a month.
You could read a Bible to me. I was just like, and then what, Paul? And then what?
He's our Morgan Freeman. Like if I watched like March of the Penguins with Paul Heyman narrating the shit, I'd be like, fucking Penguins are hardcore as shit.
Let's get that. Let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
SmackDown.
Well, the whole main thing of that was we got RKO out of nowhere,
Literally,
Yeah.
an RKO out of nowhere.
which is good. I didn't see it coming.
And then that weird, I don't know, like this is Randy Orton missing his top teeth? Because he just his mouth looked weird and then this thing, I don't know what that was. Like he had like a weird twist.
Like he was trying to get lice, but
Yeah.
his muscles were too big. He got in the way of his hand.
Like the RKO was cool, and I was like, oh shit, and then he just started like
Twitching out.
all right, cool, dude.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug, kids.
If he's a part timer, it doesn't matter.
That's true.
You got a point.
Yeah.
You got a point. You got a point. It's cool. I liked it.
And I'm sure Brock Lesnar was going to get his receipt on SmackDown, right?
Here's the disconnect. They built up Raw. They built up this intra-promotional between Lesnar and Orton as this is supposed to be like this big fucking deal because they ended Raw with it.
Right.
You have Orton wrestle Fandango to close the first hour. You still have an hour left of live SmackDown, and that's when you have Lesnar show up. It didn't really.
Yeah. So we're transitioning over to SmackDown.
It didn't jive.
But before we do that, is there anybody from Raw or anybody comments, questions about Raw, or anything? Porsche?
Nothing but Hector says hi.
Oh, hi, Hector. All right. So
Moving on. SmackDown.
SmackDown. Yeah, it was weird, like having that. It was such a big deal on Raw, and then on SmackDown, it should have either opened the show or should have ended the show. And the fact that Fandango,
Yeah.
you're already kind of checking out of that, anyways. I was kind of
That's 2 weeks in a row he's had like just shitty matches. Like
Yeah.
The Miz, like now it's Fandango. You're just like
I would rather have Randy Orton do shitty matches with guys in the bottom of the barrel than for him to have the Intercontinental Champion job out to him.
Right.
So give me Tyler Breeze next week. Fuck it, kill Tyler Breeze. I don't care.
But the thing is, here's the thing. Towards the end of the match, Lesnar shows up, but the way it was pulled off was like just totally toned down version of what happened on Raw. Like Orton on Raw out of nowhere, literally, like we didn't see him come in, and he RKO'd him, and got out.
Even the crowd weren't even like hyped,
Yeah. Now cut to SmackDown.
which I like.
Cut to SmackDown. It's you hear a couple rumblings. Oh, and the camera turns, and he's just in the crowd, like he's standing in the crowd. It was weird. Like like he might as well have been waiting. Yeah,
He should have had the ticket,
Yeah.
the front row ticket. I got a seat right here.
That would have been something, but he was just standing in like it was just weird.
You can't hide Brock.
It wasn't. Well, I guess.
You can't hide Brock Lesnar at all.
Well,
Depends
apparently,
which town you're in.
apparently Orton was underneath the ring, and he just kind of pulled out and did that. I don't know why Lesnar couldn't have done that.
The
You
thing
can't
with
hide
Lesnar,
Brock Lesnar.
you could have just had Brock Lesnar's theme music play. Orton immediately turns around to look at the entrance ramp, and that's when Lesnar comes from behind running instead of him like just taking his sweet.
Maybe they were supposed to do that, and maybe the music didn't hit or something. Because then
because he does something. Randy Orton does something. He looks in the direction where Brock's coming. Then he turns back to Fandango and goes to pick him up, and then he turns back around again. So like he
That
looks.
was a complete miscue.
Yeah, he looks, and then he like goes to pick up, and he's like, "Oh, he's over here." What?
that's what I'm saying, dude. The camera, everything was just off on the whole thing. It just fell flat. And guess what? That was on SmackDown.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, dude. 2 weeks in,
What'd you think of the opening promo?
who's opening promo?
Ambrose.
Ziggler, Ambrose.
Okay,
Pretty much the exact same as Raw. And
it was, but I was surprised at how good Ziggler was.
I liked it.
I loved it.
I came in as a male cheerleader, man.
I love it. Call out on it. Let him bring it all up. And he made a good point about Ambrose. Like you're acting like you didn't come in hot with the shield and all that other stuff. I was a freaking cheerleader.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Still not gonna win.
Well, no, he's not gonna win.
Never gonna mention himself as a caddy.
I don't like Ambrose. I don't know if I've ever told you that, but I don't like Ambrose.
You've told me.
I think he's just blah. Like
I think
as a champion, like this, your main guy on your show, that's not him at all.
Who would you have aside from, on SmackDown? Who would you have as your champion?
Right now, oh man, maybe Wyatt. I like Wyatt. I think having, because obviously you think Rollins is gonna win. So you have Rollins, you'd have two heels on. You're gonna have to have a face on at least one of the shows with the title, right? You can't have two heels.
You never know.
New brand, fresh start, live on a new channel, new time. Fuck it, I would have gone with Bray too.
Heels sell.
True.
Heels make money.
And he's got the new little blonde in his hair and
With the hoodie,
with the hoodie.
I don't think you were here, but I think I was one of those guys. Like it took me like 2 weeks to figure out what was different about Bray. I couldn't figure it out.
Well, one, he's beefed up.
Like
he's
he's
in
dreads,
in
dreads,
good
man.
shape.
He's hanging out with Rusev or something because like they both just like bulked up real quick.
Well, he's wearing tighter pants now.
That's
the
it.
thing. He's wearing tighter pants. He's got the different hair. Yeah. I still, I think I tweeted this last night that for that match, it was Bray versus Ziggler for
The title. The main event.
Dolph was putting up his title shot, whatever, to prove. And I tweeted this like I could see a double turn here because Ziggler throughout the night was getting more pissed off. He was getting more angry.
I feel like the people were turning on him.
Well, it's Ziggler.
Like more so than like.
But with Bray, for a long time now, people like this guy, like the Fireflies, the lights, and everything. People like singing a song, like he's got the
you
whole
get
world in
put
his
over
hands.
by The Rock, you're gonna be liked eventually.
Yeah, so why not do the switch? And that would still have you still keep Ziggler winning that match. Now you have a heel Ziggler versus a face Ambrose. Because I'm sorry, dude, face versus face.
But what happened?
But
Rowan came out. Was it Rowan? Or
Yeah, wrong. After
came
the
out
match,
and then but it's like they just went back to
Right.
why it's beating up people.
the face versus face doesn't matter because this isn't the main event, even though this is the most established title WWE has.
and that again,
So
one more time,
That's
they're
it.
already establishing what is your flagship show, what's better, right there. It's a repeat. I'm starting to see that they're not learning from the lessons from the last brand split. They're just rehashing everything they've done, except for bringing back the goddamn fist. I want the fist back on that stage. I don't know why, but I do.
like this.
He
More than you know.
likes
So-
the fist.
They even gone back this week. They've done the vertical name thing, the name bio.
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
telling you they're crowning achievements and
Yeah.
where they're from.
Which is fine. I don't have a problem with that.
It was kind of cool.
It's cool, but it's again, I'm trying to not make this a repeat. I'm trying to think this as
Trying to
its
be
own-
fresh and you can't.
I can't because they keep reminding me of everything they did before. So, what else we got for SmackDown?
Eva Marie.
Oh, I saw Becky, and then I saw that she's gonna fight Eva. I was like, oh god, Becky's gonna have to pull a match out of Eva. Ugh. And then the whole gimmick thing. At first, when she went on the turnbuckle, she jumped down, and it's very subtly. I'll give her credit for that. She's like, oh, she kind of. I was like, did she really just plant her leg wrong? And she.
Yeah, I actually kind of thought it at first. I was like,
And then she kept on to. She tried not to smile. I was like, oh, okay. And then I remembered she did that a couple times on NXT.
yeah.
She was feigning an injury or whatever to get herself.
But just at first I was like, oh shit, kind of looks real. And then
I laughed.
when
They
she-
got you.
when she got with the trainers and she was like walking normal. Oh nope, hurts. Walking normal. Oh,
Trying
no.
to act.
Not so good on the acting.
Maybe that was on purpose.
Yeah.
Where are they going with it now?
She's gonna keep doing that week in, week out.
She's gonna use that to keep getting more heat.
Yeah.
Because she got a lot of heat.
Well, because you think about that the over voice thing for her entrance, and it's all overhyped on purpose to where when she gets to that ring, you don't even see her wrestle.
Do you want to see her wrestle?
No.
Do you want to see her?
Yeah.
How about the triple threat for the number one?
And that's why
contender?
she's better than Dana Brooke,
Yeah.
because I can at least tolerate looking at Eva Marie. Dana Brooke, she could fall off the cliff.
Triple threat NXT match for your number one contender of the Intercontinental title. Kalisto, Corbin, Cruz.
Apollo
Or
Creed.
Creed. Yeah.
Dude, okay, pause this for a second because
Apollo
this-
Creed.
dude, I missed it at first until I went on Twitter and everybody was talking about Apollo Creed.
I had to rewind it because I was like,
Yeah.
Did you say Creed?
Yeah.
Like,
And this is where and I said this earlier in the show, like I feel bad for Daniel Bryan because his strong point was not his promo skills.
no.
And it's all he's doing now is promos, and he's not that good at it. He's messy. I mean,
He
it's
didn't really
live.
have that much of promo skill in Ring of Honor either. He was just a tough motherfucker.
Yeah, but
that
who
could
has
beat
good
the shit out
promo
of you.
skills?
Okay, is that what it said? I think that is exactly what it said. Okay, so basically, promo skills is not his thing. Drink another beer. So and that's all you're doing. That's all he's doing now. This is promos. And he's blowing up a lot of stuff on SmackDown, and it's making SmackDown look bad. Another thing I noticed between when it comes to authority figures, Raw it's Mick Foley. Stephanie shows up every once in a while to give him a pat on the back or whatever when they're in the back room.
The whole thing with Stephanie, whenever Sheamus and that came out, was she was talking to Foley about something,
Right.
And then like
Stephanie wasn't really
both-
there.
both
She
in
was
there.
just,
She was like, "Hold on a second, like you ain't playing that shit around me."
Yeah.
But like
so that's what's going on in Raw. If you go to SmackDown,
they're literally they're like holding arms, walking down
Shane,
the hallway.
to me, it's a sense of Shane is he's got to look after Daniel Bryan because Daniel Bryan doesn't know what he's doing. Like when Brock Lesnar came out, all those refs, everybody came running out. Who was the authority figure that ran out? Shane.
Because Daniel Bryan can't run because he gets hurt.
He's that ain't right, man. That ain't right. That ain't cool, man. Anyway, like Shane McMahon is the one that's always the face that I'm seeing as authority figure on SmackDown, not Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's the guy, the short little guy in the back on the phone, and he's trying to make matches, but he doesn't know the names of everybody. That's who Daniel Bryan is.
Yeah.
It's just he's like the intern GM. Like who was the assistant GM? They've done that gimmick before. They've done that storyline
Oh, he's
before.
the Brad Maddox of
And before he got promoted up to GM,
where he's like Shane's like little bitch pretty much.
he's Shane's little bitch. I said it.
How about AJ's promo with John Cena?
We didn't talk about the triple threat match.
Oh, Apollo Crews one.
Yeah, Creed.
Whatever.
Yeah. Da-na-na. Yeah, Creed.
It's from Rocky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Creed. He had like a weird like hip hop remix.
Yeah.
Okay.
AJ's promo to Cena.
It was fine. The top 10 countdown thing that they wanted you to see, they showed you the good parts of that promo, which is the end of it. They didn't show you like 5 minutes before that when they're just making fun of his haircut. Still.
Yeah. It sucked. Like the opening part, And it was the same thing where it's like, I want to talk to John. His music kid, he comes up, and then he's like, well, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to your fans. I was like, really? Then why were the past like week and a half you've been promoting he has a message for you? Because he didn't.
It's bad. And I'm really starting to get worried about AJ Styles'.
Well, now they got that. You have mom hair. You have soccer mom hair. It's like, really?
Yeah,
This guy is one of the biggest names in wrestling, and now like they're making fun of him, and not in a you're a heel, I'm making fun of you. In the you suck, I'm making fun
You
of you.
look stupid.
Yeah, and it's like, and then he's gonna lose to Cena.
You think so?
Yeah.
Already?
How many times
SummerSlam?
have they fought one-on-one?
Once.
And who won?
Styles.
And then a tag match.
Dirty.
No, I'm not talking about a tag match. I'm just
That was
talking
the next
dirty.
one.
And Styles is already bragging that this match is going to be him and Cena in the Bullet Club.
Because there's no Bullet Club. Because they're on Raw.
Didn't see anything.
But it's a co-branded pay-per-view.
They're there. They're in the
The
ring.
club's gonna be in
They'll be in the arena, brother.
They'll actually, they might have be fighting Casanenzo, or I mean the New Day for the tag titles. So they'll be on the same card with AJ.
One thing I had to talk about the triple threat match. These NXT guys, they're coming in. They're not like on Raw. They're on like a 10.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all the different ones are showing up. But like on SmackDown, I still feel like they all have the same entrance. They come out, yeah, and then like if you the American Alphas, like every single one that comes out, like every
That's
single
the
one.
camera.
And then Apollo Crews, like that's all they did. Like that's all of them. Every single one. Apollo Crews came out, did the exact same thing. American Alphas did the exact
I'm
same
gonna
thing.
watch SmackDown specifically to see if they make that face next week.
That's
I
all.
want to see
That's,
Gable with the toggle.
that's all they did. I'm gonna rewatch the match. And I'm gonna count how many times they stick their tongue out and go
37.
like they did nothing for me. Like any of the NXT people, even the American Alphas.
Really?
That match, them like
What, are you supposed to be impressed with that?
No, it's about villains.
Exactly.
they didn't even get an entrance. The Von Villains.
Right.
They were just in the ring, which I don't really care. And then you fight American Alphas, and it's just
It was a good exhibition match for American Alpha. If you haven't seen it, like if you've already seen it before, it was nothing much. But if you haven't seen it before, it was a good thing to show what they could do.
yeah.
That's
But
all
it
it
was
was.
just like
They should have been fighting some jobbers, other than people we didn't know, I should say.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Jobbers.
Well, they were because it's about villains, but I'm
Yeah.
saying people we don't know.
that might have been a bit better,
But like, because that's another thing that Raw is doing a little better is they're having jobber matches, they're having exhibition matches to get over new talent.
it's a flagship show. They
Yeah.
should be doing that stuff.
They got to stretch out those 3 hours. So they have to have jobbers.
I don't know, man.
Not really. They could have literally had Nia Jax fight one of the divas. I don't know.
They're not divas.
They're divas.
Any
Oh.
comment about Natty against Carmella?
No. I mean, are you still digging Natty as a heel?
The Queen of the Black Hearts?
Yeah.
Getting there.
I had like a little. Oh, I was talking to my uncle.
Mhm.
You know, Bret Hart. You know, he's a pretty big deal. I'm talking to him, but you know, I was like, that's kind of funny.
All right. Daniel Bryan did, I think this is on Twitter or something. He did say that SmackDown is going to get a women's title and a tag team title.
Yeah.
Any thoughts about this? We care? Or is it needed? It's needed, right? Because they need belts.
SmackDown, I think, has more women's wrestlers than Raw does.
No, it's like 76.
SmackDown has 7 and Raw has 6.
Yeah,
So
but
No,
SmackDown-
but-
Raw has 7,
But the SmackDown are like halves because it's like Eva Marie.
but Raw has Dana, so that equals.
But she
That's
doesn't
like
really
a quarter.
Yeah, I guess. You have two.
You can't have women on one brand that does not have a title worth fighting for. At that point, why are they on that brand?
You have two main like women wrestlers on SmackDown.
Natty and
Becky and Natty. Everybody else are learning or just
Naomi.
Carmella,
she's still learning.
still
though.
learning.
She's
Alexa Bliss.
She's still learning.
She's still learning. Could you see her like not main event, but like in the title picture against Natty, like on SummerSlam?
I want to think that if, and this is weird that's coming out of my mouth, if Nikki Bella is cleared to wrestle, she'll be on SmackDown with Cena.
Well, yeah,
If-
Yeah.
Which means Nikki, Becky, Natty. 3 women, and to a lesser extent Naomi, who can wrestle. Those 4 to
and you can
balance
say
out.
that she's earned one when Nikki was on top, and they had a good opportunity for Naomi to have the title, and
Yeah.
they didn't give it to her. So
Yeah,
she
so
has
there's
a
4
she has a right to
wrestlers.
the claim on that.
There's 4 wrestlers that are competent enough that they can carry 3 or 4 NXT people that need a little bit more time to develop.
I don't care what they do as long as they don't call it Divas. As long as it's like a SmackDown Women's title.
They're gonna come up with a stupid name.
They'll be the Uber
The
champions.
Uber Women's Champion.
They get
The
around.
Network Champion. And she only defended on the network.
The women's universal title.
The Galaxy. The Galactic title.
Guardians of the
Guardians.
Galaxy.
That sounds better than the universe.
Right?
The Guardians will be the
Galactic?
tag team.
Tag team now?
Yeah. SmackDown has got some fixes to do before they get more titles, I think.
Their main problem is not
Yeah.
not
There's so
not
many
having titles.
wrongs with SmackDown right now. It's a losing battle right now. They got to do something to fix it. And as much as I love Daniel Bryan, have it just Shane. If Shane's gonna be,
on
That-
there all the time.
he's
Like,
got
why do you need
Daniel
Daniel
Bryan,
Bryan?
and he's on a strong point. It's making Daniel Bryan look bad. It's making SmackDown look bad because you have Mick Foley, a strong guy on
Confident.
promos. Yeah,
Because he's been a commissioner before.
yeah. It's on his resume. Daniel Bryan, he's struggling, man. You can see.
Stop yawning!
Hey, that's my sleepy time. It's quiet.
Every time she's here on Tuesday, Wednesday. Right. Anyway, okay. So what else we got? Is that
That's
it?
it for
Heath
SmackDown.
Slater
Gets killed by Rhino. Oh, hey,
Again.
by the way, you're
Oh yeah, Rhino versus
for,
Heath Slater.
for a contract.
Mhm.
Gives a shit.
Yeah. He's
But-
gonna lose, right? Rhino's gonna beat him.
Yeah. Anybody's going up against Heath Slater is going to win the
But
contract.
Rhino is like up for like he just won his primary or whatever for Dearborn, Michigan. So wouldn't he like lose because he has to go like
I mean,
actually go be a can like
he can
go
leave.
friends
he can
stuff?
still win and leave.
like win.
Like-
rather than have Heath Slater win. Because you don't want
No,
storylines
it's
to
the-
actually happen.
They're gonna keep going. He's gonna go show up on Raw, and then he's probably gonna lose to fucking Jinder Mahal. And then he's gonna go to SmackDown.
I don't want to end the show.
And
talking
he's
about
going to
Heath
lose
Slater.
to Shelton Benjamin.
When is he? I thought he was going this week.
Backlash. He'll be coming back on Backlash.
Backlash. You gotta wait that long for. No, they need to crank that up quicker because SmackDown needs everything they can get.
That's it for SmackDown.
Do we have anything for any listeners? Any comments, questions,
See.
concerns?
Like, do you see Ambrose turning instead of Ziggler?
No. Ziggler's gonna. If anybody's turning heel, it's
You
He was
can't
very
have-
heelish.
You
They
can't
were all
have
very
three
heelish.
members from this, all 3 members of the Shield. They keep bragging about it. The stupid squad segment for Suicide Squad. You can't have all 3 of these guys heels. One of them has to be a face. Rollins is
face.
bo-
He's going up against Rusev, the Bulgarian.
just because you don't like him doesn't mean he's not a face.
Yeah,
crowd reaction.
he's still a face.
Just because the fans, the crowds don't cheer for him doesn't mean he's not a face.
Nobody likes Cena, but he's a face.
Well, people are coming around to see.
Dean, he needs to stay where he's at. He's got the character down. He's a quirky heel face.
He can make what he's doing work.
I don't see him as a heel anytime soon. I see Ziggler turning heel or anything.
They were all very heelish at their own times, but yeah, overall.
Anything else?
That's it, gentlemen.
Okay, you don't want to end the show with Heath Slater. Who's going to House of Hardcore this Saturday?
I mean,
I have to work.
You're working at House of Hardcore?
Well, co-branded.
It's triple branded.
Well,
It's House of Hardcore. It's Booker T's Reality of Wrestling, and it's busting for autism.
About the
You're gonna talk about like the Special Olympics and stuff co-branded with WWE or WWE bragging about Make-A-Wish and how that doesn't make sense. I think I lost interest in House of Hardcore when they wanted to, I was like, hey, Busting for Autism presents House of Hardcore. It's like, what? And then it gets co-branded with Reality of Wrestling. It's like, you can't do it alone. Okay. It's Tommy Dreamer. It's Carlito. It's a lot of established talent that used to wrestle for WWE. And
It might be back on TV pretty soon too.
yeah, and now you're not only co-branding, but you're on the behalf of a charity. It's like,
And there's a collector show before that you have to pay to get into that too.
$20 to get into the collector show.
Right.
$30 minimum for general admission.
Minimum general admission.
For the night of the show. For the rest
At
of
the
the
Pasadena Convention Center, that's not worth $30. We've been to the Pasadena Convention Center quite a few times.
Many times.
back in the day.
The old good old days.
I wouldn't pay $30 for a general admission seat there.
Yeah.
I tried to find out like how much tickets are going to be for like that's going to be diverted to just the charity part of it, because I don't mind donating. I have a nephew who's autistic.
Same here.
So I don't mind paying the ticket, but I contacted the House on Hardcore. They don't know. They couldn't tell me. Go figure.
$30.
Sir,
Like going another.
Sir, I don't know. It's a $30 general admission ticket.
All I have in my piece of paper is $30. That's it. You got $30.
Do you want to end the show on that note? Oh, how's stoppage time going?
He doesn't do it. We don't have this in Pop Culture Rewind.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Oh, well, do you want to end the show on that note?
Hey, Pop Culture Rewind, what's going on that?
Depressing.
Hey, Pop Culture Rewind.
Nothing. What have you either?
Also,
Actually, you know what? I just posted a video on YouTube today.
Ooh.
I did my second unboxing for Nerd Block.
Ooh.
fancy.
Go check it out. Pop Culture Rewind.
There has to be something.
2 boxes in, is it worth it?
It's neat. I don't know.
That's a no.
No.
That's a no.
I'm doing it one more time. I figured this was like a summertime thing. I'm gonna do it one more time for August, then I'm canceling it,
Unless it's good.
and then I'll probably still cancel it.
Well, they're probably listening to this until they know.
I was gonna cancel out the second one, but then they said because they give you like a list of the brands that's gonna be on the next one, and it was like Masters Universe and Transformers and shit. I was like, oh well, fuck, I can't cancel that.
There's gonna be a one Masters of the Universe
Yeah.
sticker like this big, and a Transformers keychain that the battery's not gonna be in there, so it's not gonna work.
No, the last Transformer thing I got, it was a little emblem pin. That's all it was.
And it was an Autobot knowing you're a Decepticon guy, so that was a waste of money.
Gosh.
Do we want to end the show on that note?
Mazel tov and congratulations.
Oh yeah,
Do we really want to end the show on that?
my birthday's tomorrow.
Go fuck yourself.
Do you want to show that?
You ready to show on that?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
It's past our bedtime. Fuck it. I'm already like 4 buttons deep.
Oh
Let's get the
God,
hell outta here.
why?
Real quick before we send off, remember catch all our episodes on iTunes and Stitcher, Google Play Music. Porsche, stop it.
That's a horrible AJ impression, Porsche. Do it right.
Shut up. Love y'all. God damn. All right. Go to HoustonWrestlingRadio.com. Check out our past episodes. Subscribe to us. I hate you all.
That's the show. You want to do Abel's thingy?
No one wants to do Abel's thing. Keep it
Bye.
classy.
Toodles.
Good night.
Thanks for coming, Dick.
He's in freeze frame mode. He's doing that.
Oh no! Wait, no. Before you press the stop broadcast, stand up. Do your poses. Show the people at YouTube the sexy Scott Thompson.
This is a freeze frame. Ready?
For
No.
anybody with the benefit of flash photography.
Please stop. Oh God. And -20. Right,
You gonna
congrats.
You do the Captain Morgan one also? Or?
Nah.
That's it, man. Let's go home.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Check us next week. God damn it, no more beer for you.
That was the spaghetti, bro. Your wife's spaghetti is the shit. The fuck do I
I
gotta
can't
go to
remember the
Olive?
cleaning of the bottle.
I don't need to go to Olive Garden no more. Your wife's
Yes,
cooking.
sir.
Oh,
Thank you.
your wife's cooking, bro.
I don't know if that was a compliment. That was a compliment.
Yeah,
right?
that's good.
Okay.
That's a compliment. Your wife's cooking. Really good. Where'd the other beer bottle go?
You guys want to talk about the Killing Joke?
I didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Don't.
That's what I heard.
That was it. Sweet. all,
That was
all
easy.
positivity at the end of this. Chris with his shirt off.
I can go one more. I can go one more button.
Oh no!
Should I stop the record now?
W. Eesh. world.
This is the
Hey.
HWR rated X after dark.
HWR After Dark.
HWR Confessions.
I like that. The Taxi Cat, that's a good show. Always made me laugh.
I watched it a couple times. It is.
Coming from the guy that likes extreme couponing.
I don't like that. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there?
There's
There's a lot of people
there's a few
watching.
people, yeah.
Yeah.
You think Abel's
Or
watching?
kind of a bit.
No.
Oh, hell no. If it's not edible, he's not looking at
He
it.
didn't watch last week's episode.
No. No. Just assume that this is the new lineup from now on. So we'll see.
Or
next
two out
Wednesday.
of 3.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Not Chris. He's gone.
Daddy got
I
to have
vote
a
for
nice
Scott. Drunk ass. Get your ass
Fuck
out.
it. I vote for Scott too.
Is it over yet?
No, still recording.
Oh my gosh, why didn't you say anything? I was like,
It's a competition. I'm 4 buttons deep. Where you at?
Oh God,
Come
no,
over here.
No.
All right.
Since you wore a button shirt this week, I tried to challenge her.
It didn't work.
Oh.
There's a reason why I'm off camera. I can say it, y'all
Yeah.
can't.
Jerk.
If we push the camera back enough, they'll be in frame.
Stop it.
All right.
Good night.
Everybody freeze frame.
Wait, why am I freeze frame? I'm on